At roosterswings.com.
Are you working? Because we barely are. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football and quiet quitting. The Fan. Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Not this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X-fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth.
Mr. T-Bone.
And a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Oh, yeah. Happy Football Friday to you. Horns down, baby. It's time.
We are 24, well, a little bit more than 24 hours. What is it, 30 hours?
Yeah, 30, that's right.
30
that's
hours away?
Yeah.
Man, it just can't get here fast enough. I am just super excited, man. I can't wait to see. I want to know if Arch Manning is who Dylan says he is.
I tell you, I have so much anticipation for this game, and I have been trying very hard over the summer, even the spring, as long as we've known this game is on the schedule, to try not to get too overhyped about it, because it's like, look, it's not going to happen for a long time, so why get all worked up about this in July? But now we're here. It's almost time. We've been waiting. Watched some football last night. Some college football was happening. Pads were popping. Things were going on. We'll talk about all that. Big trade, obviously, in the NFL yesterday involving Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys. We will get into that later on, but, I mean, this is it. Ohio State, Texas, it's the biggest game in college football. I don't care what Clemson's doing. I don't care what LSU's doing. That's fine. There's Florida State and Alabama can play their game. There's a ton of great games. I'm good with that. But this is the biggest game on the schedule, and that's why everyone's here, and that's why all of the eyes are going to be on this game at big noon. As much as it should be a night game, it's at noon, and we're going to watch it and listen to it right here on The Fan.
So I'm excited because this is Julian's first game. And then I start thinking about some of the past first game performances. What was the stats? It's not bad. Yeah. It's not bad. I know C.J. Stroud went 13 for 22 for 294 yards and 4 touchdowns.
I'd take that.
Dwayne went for 22 of 30 with 313 yards and 5 touchdowns.
That'd be great.
So if you see those type of numbers, I expect something like I know the competition was totally different because they were going up against that was Minnesota and Oregon State. Like, I get that. It's Texas, but when you got some of the weapons that you have on that offensive side of the ball, like, I'm expecting a big game.
Well, this is
a big game.
This is where I'm at on this whole matchup, because I have listened to a lot of prognostication. I've heard a lot of people talk, and I feel like there's just been so much discussion about what we don't know, right? When it comes to this matchup, we are talking, so not we, but the national media specifically is talking so much about Texas is bringing in Arch Manning, and what is Ohio State's defense, which was decimated by the NFL draft. What is that defense going to do with the great Arch Manning? And I feel like as much as the hype may be deserved for Arch, he may go on to have a tremendous career. I think it is ridiculous that this is being talked about like Ohio State has to deal with Arch Manning. Arch Manning has to deal with Ohio State. Arch Manning, as great of a quarterback as he may end up being and as talented as he certainly is, has to go up against a guy defensively who is the greatest player in my mind. He or his teammate, Jeremiah Smith. Caleb Downs is arguably the greatest player in college football right now.
It's crazy when you think about these two teams and you was to do, like, if you did a draft of the top 10 players, no matter what, on each team, like, in this game, 1 and 2 is Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs.
That's exactly right.
The Buckeyes have the best 2 players for both teams in this game.
Right. So as much as it's talked about with Arch Manning, he's going to just come in here and we're going to see this, spectacle. I hope he is as good as advertised, and I hope Ohio State's defense can live up to what they are too, and they can show that, he can make his plays, but when it comes to 3rd and 4th down, they get off the field, right? I hope that's what happens. But more than that, we aren't talking enough about the fact that You have a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator and a former NFL head coach who has been around the block a few times, in Matt Patricia, who has been scheming up all offseason for this. In fact, he had all of last year where he was just kind of on the shelf doing his own thing. According to him and Belichick were sitting around watching college football and figuring out what the move was, figuring out what they were going to do. Obviously, Bill went on to coach at North Carolina. We'll find out what he does on Monday night, but Matt Patricia has been sitting around waiting for this moment to kind of show what his defense can do. And I heard some very encouraging stuff from Caleb Downs yesterday. I'm presuming this feels good to you when you hear this. Caleb Downs on his podcast was talking, because he and his brother have a podcast now. And he basically said, yeah.
Is this the one with Ryan Day on it?
Yeah, Ryan Day popped on there. But Matt Patricia, he was asked about it, and he said, yeah, Matt is a teacher. And I feel like I've learned a lot about football in the last few months, and I'm playing faster. We are playing faster. He said Jim Knowles was a great guy, and I learned a lot from him too, and yada, 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 said all the nice things. But it's easier to play when you can play fast. It's easier to play when you know what's happening. So he made it sound like, remember Jim Knowles' defense takes 2 years for guys to even fully figure out what the hell it is, and you wait till year 3, Jim Knowles is going to have this together. Fine. He had a great defense here.
He did.
But Matt Patricia apparently has this team ready to go, and I'm excited to see that part of this matchup that I don't feel enough people nationally are talking about. Arch Manning is a guy who started 3 games, and when he played against Georgia, looked like he got eaten alive. So
Dylan's boy.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with getting hyped up about Arch Manning. He could be a very good quarterback. He could be a great quarterback eventually.
What if he
But
is?
Tomorrow, is he going to be a finished product?
No.
Is this Peyton Manning coming in tomorrow? It feels like that's how the conversation has gone. You have a guy who's established in 2 years as a safety, and Caleb Downs, he is a coach on the field. You have a Super Bowl winning coordinator now who's running your defense. We're not talking enough about how Arch Manning has to come into the Ohio State University, into the shoe, and deal with all that and all the other hype that's around him. And I just think sometimes people talk about it like, I don't know if Ohio State defense is ready for this guy who started 3 games. Like, I think they might be. I think they might be ready for this guy is what I'm saying.
So one of the things that let's go back to Caleb Downs' comments about the Jim Knowles thing. You know, the Jim Knowles thing, I think that holds weight because if you look at it before the Oregon game, the defense wasn't dominant. You know, the Oregon game obviously exposed a lot of things, and you know they realized that they had to simplify the defense. You know, remember Ryan Day went down there on the defensive side of the ball, and they figured some things out, and then the defense took off. So even though they were in his system for 3 years, the first half of that season, they still weren't playing that fast. There was a lot of thinking involved.
Yeah.
So to hear Caleb Downs say, we're playing faster because we're not thinking, like, yeah, duh.
Good.
Like, that's exactly what happened with when we had Coach Everett Withers, and then we switched to Chris Ash. Coach Withers had us thinking a lot, so it was a lot of times that we didn't even know what we were doing a lot of the times on the field, which is what led to one of the worst defenses in Ohio State history, 2013.
Oh.
And we end up making a change, and we get Chris Ash in there, and it's very simple, like the simplest defense I've ever seen. And it allowed everybody to play fast. So if Caleb Downs is saying that that's where they are on the defensive side of the ball, I'm even more excited to see this. Now, what I will say is the one thing that worries me about Matt Patricia is in the NFL, you know, you spend so much time trying to come up with the perfect defense because the talent is elite versus elite, you know. And what happens in college is you're so much stressed out because you're trying to figure out how are we going to stop this guy or that guy. And what you don't realize until game day, until you're actually in the moment, is sometimes your players are better. You know, so you don't the thing that you were stressing out. Well, we took care of it because our player was better. I learned that when Jeff Hafley was here. When Jeff Hafley was the DC, obviously he was my DB coach in San Francisco. He came here to be the DC, and when him and I talked, he was always talking about how we gonna do this. I don't know how we gonna do this. I was worried about that. And then we got to the game, and they had a guy by the name of Chase Young that just banged, just ran through everything. He was like, okay, well, that's how we figured it out. So I say all that to say, you know, Matt Patricia got to realize, like, there will be some players on the Buckeyes that shine bright. tomorrow. You know, that somebody that you didn't expect to have this really big game that will. So let that guy eat and stop stressing.
Yeah, I think there's so much to unpack from this game. We'll do it all morning long. We have plenty of thoughts on that. You can obviously tweet us yours as well. What do you think's happening in this game? You can hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis and jump in the chat there, or on Twitter at Bone and Tyvis 971. We're off and running this morning. We'll come back. Dallas Cowboys trade away Micah Parsons in one of the craziest trades I've ever seen in the NFL. We'll discuss that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Friday morning to you. We are noticing some foggy conditions out in Marysville this morning. Reports of 2 miles of visibility in your neck of the woods. As you can see on 33 and State Route 4, definitely pretty dicey this morning, so do want to make sure you are cautious as you head out this morning. Thankfully, when it comes to Marysville, your drive time's still okay, especially on a Friday. A little bit slower on 33 eastbound at 67 miles per hour, but looking even better, 33 in that westbound direction, clocking you in at 71. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
The Reds' old ballpark, Crosley Field, had a seating capacity of just under 30,000. Small by today's standards, certainly. But when the ballpark was sold out, the club sold standing room seats in the grandstand area and allowed some fans to stand in the deepest part of the outfield behind ropes up against the fence. And on this August 29, 1943, against the backdrop of World War II, somehow the Reds crammed 38,017 into the old park, the largest total attendance in the history of Crosley Field. Helping pad the attendance were 2,500 servicemen and blood donors who were admitted free. The largest crowd ever at Crosley on this August 29, 1943, this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Tailgate season is here, and if your grill makes you have to duck when you light it, it's time for an upgrade. Billiards Plus carries top-of-the-line grills that you can pass down to your kids and gifts the whole family will enjoy. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
You know, it's not the shoes. It's what you can put in them that makes all the difference. Hey, it's Anthony. I've been a customer at the Good Feet store for a while now, and I'm all about my personally fit arch supports. They support my feet better than all the insoles I've jammed into my shoes over the years. And my Good Feet arch supports help me in a ton of ways, from overall support and balance to stabilizing my heels, and the fact they distribute my body weight, especially when I'm golfing. I literally have spring in my step now. Check them out for yourself. The free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort. It's simple. Just stop by the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City. You don't need an appointment, but you can certainly schedule one very easily online. Get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of, just like me. Get professionally fitted at goodfeet.com.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Call Rizzotti today at 777-4806.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday morning starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, you know, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you picked match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports, skidball, or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday, everyone. Lots of chances for patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, expect skies to be partly cloudy and wake up temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. We will see plenty of sun this afternoon mixed in with some clouds, so don't forget the sunglasses. Daytime highs topping out in the mid-70s, and then for tonight, for Friday Night Football, temperatures down into the low 50s and even some upper 40s with partly cloudy skies. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat, just like Vinny 2 times did. He said, "Good morning, gentlemen. Came out for the game from New Jersey, staying in Dublin." Thank you, Vinny, for checking out the show. We appreciate it. Yeah, we know it. Ohio State, Texas, tomorrow in the shoe, high noon right here on the Fan. I mean, I know they call it big noon. I'm going to say high noon because it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time. And I don't want to give big noon any more pub than we have to, but whatever. So, yeah, all the coverage starts here bright and early. 6:30 tomorrow morning? Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, you know it. We've got it here for you. Then Paul and Jim, of course, on the broadcast. So, yeah, it is going to be a full boat here. And then all day today, we're going to be out at the Ozone. So, like, that whole thing is going off, too. So, we've got a ton to get to. It's going to be a lot of fun. All the shows other than ours are on location today. So, go out and see them starting at 9 a.m.
That's a miss by management, by the way.
What do you mean? To have us not out there?
Yeah.
You know what, though? I'm okay with it. I mean, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong. I like doing remotes. It's just, I would like to be on campus. You're right. I kind of feel like they wanted us because they knew it's so early that it's just going to be hard to get people to come out. Because tomorrow people are going to get up early. Having them come out 2 days in a row early on what could be a holiday weekend. You know, if you took today off and then you got Monday off, 4-day weekend, maybe not everybody's up for getting up at 6 a.m. That's fine. But yeah, Bishop and Friends, they will be live on location, as will all the rest of the shows this afternoon. So make sure you check them out. Dallas Cowboys traded away Micah Parsons yesterday in I would say that's a pretty shocking development.
I can't believe it. I first of all, before we get into that, I need to take this time out to issue an apology to everybody that listens to us, because I came on these very airways and said there is absolutely no way.
Yeah.
I don't know why they doing this song and dance. They are going to get a deal done. Everybody knows it. And yeah, I was wrong.
But why did you wait, let's unpack that. Why did you say that there's no chance in hell they would do this?
It's Micah Parsons, one of the best players in the game. I don't understand why would you. You know what, though? This is the theme in Dallas this year. Get rid of your generational talent.
Oh, yeah, because they got rid of Luka.
Yes.
Early, in basketball, Luka Doncic.
He wasn't aware of what Luka meant to Dallas. He didn't.
Nico Harrison?
Yeah, he didn't know.
Which, by the way, I've heard of the Dallas Buyers Club. At the Dallas Idiots Club, Nico Harrison and Jerry Jones are looking at each other like, "Hey, buddy, good job." Like,
Spider-Man meme.
He said,
stupid.
He said,
you think two dolts,
you think
absolute
you did
idiots.
Something? Jerry Jones said, "Nico, you think you did something? Watch this."
Yeah. Now, who did the Cowboys trade away?
They traded away Micah Parsons, and they got 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark,
who's, I think, 3 years older.
Defensive tackle.
And an
He's
inside,
a good player.
yeah.
He's a good player.
Good player.
Not Micah Parsons, though.
Jerry Jones, I don't know if he knows he traded away Micah Parsons.
There was no question in our mind that Michael could bring us a lot of resources on a trade. And I'm just going to give you this. Not only do we immediately get a player, but those draft picks could get us, I'm talking top Pro Bowl type players, could. Not necessarily, you're going to be quick to say, you won't necessarily get those players. You got to draft them or acquire them.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Michael Parsons. He traded multiple times where Stephen Jones, his son, is sitting there next to him going, Micah. Like, Micah Parsons is who he traded.
Trolling.
No.
He's trolling.
Part of me thinks he is, too. But he's also senile.
Guys, stop giving this man credit. He's an idiot. Okay. And I'll say this to be fair to him. He's also 1 million years old. It might be. I genuinely need to know this answer to this question. Do the Jones family, have they had the conversation of like, yeah, I know he's got a chauffeur. I know he doesn't drive anyway, but we need to make sure his car keys are never in his possession, right? Like this man, are they letting him drive? Does he drive himself around? Or have they had the conversation that Peepaw isn't allowed to touch the car keys anymore? Because that's the thing, honestly. If this guy can be in charge of your organization, the entire team, he owns it. I get it. But if he's not even able to drive his car, the comments yesterday at that press conference, I think he walked away from that was like, hell yeah, man, nailed it. Told him what's up. They see him my way now. And it's like everyone watched that press conference and said, oh, my God, this man may be the dumbest person to own an NFL team in a long time. I won't say in the history of the NFL, but in a very long time. I don't know how you trade this guy away for 2 first-round picks and a decent defensive tackle. I don't understand.
3-time Pro Bowler, Kenny Clark. I don't even know his name. So
yeah,
but
that's right.
May I attempt to play devil's advocate and defend Jerry Jones in the slightest?
Go ahead.
In the slightest.
I need to hear this.
If I gave you the Men in Black wipe your memory thing, and I told you this morning, breaking news, the Cowboys signed Micah Parsons to a 4-year, $188 million deal. How would you feel about that number?
I mean, I would say that's. I don't know their cap situation. I don't know exactly how much money they had to play around with here. I am not a capologist, but I would say this is the type of deal you do when you have a generational talent like Micah Parsons. And then I would question how this team doesn't win more with the fact that they have, apparently in their mind, they think they have one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history because they gave Dak Prescott one of the largest contracts ever, all guaranteed. You have CeeDee Lamb on that team. They've paid a lot of money to. I mean, they're paying money to guys. Where are the results? That would be my next question. But yeah, I mean, this is the type of move you have to make. If you have Micah Parsons, you sign him to as much as he wants, and you keep him happy, and you have him on your team, and you figure the rest out later.
Because the AVV on that is $47 million, I think. I feel like a lot of people thought he was going to get the low 40s. I think the answer to my question is we would have woke up and we still would have gave Jerry Jones crap and said, Micah Parsons fleeced the Dallas Cowboys into giving him $47 million.
Right.
That's what I think we would be saying.
I wouldn't have said that.
Well, I don't know that I would have said that he would have fleeced anybody, but here's what I would have said. If we thought that was too much money, Jerry Jones...
You should have signed him a year or two ago, and you didn't have to worry about that.
You should have talked to his agent back in the spring when you thought you had a whole deal hammered out.
No, he should have just signed him last year. That's what he should have done.
Either way, yeah.
That's why when you know, like, it's not like with Micah Parsons, it was like a one-time thing. Like, when somebody does it multiple years and he's seen as the best, I think he got the best pass rate win percentage or something since being in the league. When you get somebody like that, like, yeah, we locked him up early so we don't have to break the bank, you know? That's probably what should have happened. But, you know, this is – and then the funny part about it is he talks about these draft picks as if Green Bay stinks and they going to pick in the top 10. Like, they're going to pick in, like, the 20s. I think they picked in the 20s for, like, the past – decade?
Yeah, I mean, they're always
like,
around the playoffs or in the playoffs.
So, like, you talk about you about to get this generational talent in the 22, whatever. Like, that's...
He had a generational talent. That's the thing that always kills me.
That's the part that makes me laugh, too. He better pray that the Packers... Like that Jordan Love stinks and the Packers stink and they somehow get the number 1 pick like Dallas Mavericks did.
Yeah, because that whole and then what happened with the Mavs? They got that pick because they have a little thing called a lottery.
Well, they replaced the CWB with another CWB. So
Luka Doncic goes away and they magically with a 1.8% chance of getting the number 1 pick for Cooper Flagg, they magically got it. They just grouped him a fastball right there.
We know what it is.
Hey, thanks for sending Luka Doncic to Los Angeles. We wanted him there. Here you go. Here's your first overall pick.
Luka kicking LeBron out of L.A.
No kidding.
Not yet.
No, it's over
with after
happening.
this. This is you seen The Last Dance? This is LeBron's last dance in
L.A. before he comes back home and brings the Cavs a chip.
That's right. I love that. Let's make that happen. All I know is with this Micah Parsons trade, you are talking about a guy who is essentially, I mean, I don't think it's unfair to call him the Reggie White of his generation. Like he's that talented. And Reggie White ended up going, where did he go? Played for the Packers. Like from an NFC East team that, well, that type of thing. Like, he goes and plays for the Packers and has a great career there. Now it looks like Micah Parsons is going to do the same thing. Makes absolutely no sense why Jerry Jones is happy about this. There's one reason and one reason alone this happened. And it's because Jerry Jones's ego is too big to come back. They said, like, the agent came back and said, I'm willing to work. Like, we have some offers now, but let's talk.
You know what's so...
And Dallas said, you can play on the 5th-year deal, and that's it. That's all we're willing to do for you.
I'm going to tell you why they missed the boat on this. Because they should have did this back in April. Remember, in this year's draft, this edge rush draft class was, like, incredible. It was so many different edge rushers you could have gotten this year's draft. You could at least replace them with one of those guys this year. Like,
of course.
Why wait until now? Like,
no, 7 days before the season is way better time, Tyvis. Come on.
Yeah, everybody knows that. What was the?
This is so backwards.
Everybody is aware that if you trade someone before the draft, you get way more capital because you're going to get something for that year's draft, and then you'll get future picks as well. You could have easily had a first-round pick this year for him if he wanted to. Probably could have had a high first-round pick for him if he had an open market on Micah Parsons, if he decided to make that deal. So it's all the way around the worst timing you could do to make this trade. Jerry Jones trying to sell the fans on, we think we're closer to winning. And the whole idea...
He better not.
We have to stop. He went on to talk about how we have to stop the run.
I got to call my boy Malik, man. I got to go holler at Malik. Like, bro, Malik, what's going on? I seen him on IG yesterday.
Everybody was on Instagram and Twitter.
What are we
talking
doing
about this
type thing? And I was like, yeah.
I didn't see one Cowboys player who came out and said, this is a great move. I actually really like this. Every player I saw was like, how in the world did Jerry do this? Why did he do this? Here's the answer. He's a petty idiot who can't take it when a deal doesn't go his way. He refuses to lose the deal. So he will screw his franchise over to not lose a deal in his mind, to say, oh, yeah, you're calling my bluff. I'll call your bluff. I'll trade you. And now, great. You won that little battle, but you are going to have a team that is worse off because of it. Congratulations on that.
You know what's lost in all this is the fact that it's the Green Bay Packers, who never do anything like this, traded for him, gave him all that money, which is something else that they never do. Yeah. And if they don't win within like the next 2 years, they're going to be in salary cap hell with the Jordan Love and Micah Parsons deal and have no way to improve their team whatsoever. So, like, this is it for them. This is it.
Does this not make them much more of a Super Bowl contender? I think it does, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's worth it.
You know what
that's
like?
Going all in. I like the boldness. What happened to the gambler, Jerry Jones, being bold? Instead, he always folds. He folds his cards and says, I'll live to play another day. He never goes all in with his chips and says, here we go.
Two things. One, the only thing I don't like about Green Bay is they got rid of Jair. Like, if you would have did this and had Jair, like, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, Jair Alexander got it.
Second thing I thought of is, shout out my boy Halfley. You know he the DC there. I know he was smiling like, yeah, we about to dial it up.
So Deion Sanders has a thing that he is really enjoying at Folsom Field, a new tradition that he likes. You'll hear from him in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are still noticing patches of fog out in our area this morning, especially over on the east side of the metro. Etna, Pataskala, always looking at you guys. Hopefully you guys are taking it nice and easy as you step out the door this morning. Thankfully, your drive times are still okay. Despite the about a quarter of a mile of visibility in your area, again, drive times still looking good. 70 westbound and 70 eastbound, both looking at 72 miles per hour for your travel time out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Columbus Aesthetic and Plastic Surgery. Visit experiencecaps.com today and use code TYVISCAPS for $1,000 off a NeoGraft treatment.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
I can't believe they're moving the team to another city.
True, but you'll never forget all the joy they brought into your life.
Joy? They made the playoffs twice in 50 years.
Gosh, those 2 times were pretty great, weren't they?
How would I know? I wasn't even born yet.
Just think of all the free time you'll have on game days.
Those games were the highlight of my week.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats live from the stands, and we've got a special update. Sources confirm fans using the Vivid Seats app are racking up rewards with every ticket and doing it fast. With an unbeatable lineup of seats and perks that go the distance, why use any other app for game day? Don't fumble this season. Grab your tickets through Vivid Seats, download their app, earn rewards, and as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, get $20 off your first $200 in-app purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Dormar, you're kind of hero. Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400 with the Prime Sports Ohio app.
Talk about it all the time. I love college football. This time of year is awesome. You've got college football traditions as well. Everywhere you look, there's some weird thing that happens. Deion Sanders was asked, now he's been in Colorado a few years, anything he enjoys about the traditions at Folsom Field?
The smell of weed in the second quarter. The heck out of me. Like every game, I'm like, dang, like it seems like it's like a light up quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is this the quarter that y'all chose? Like, I'm serious, it's a TV timeout. It never fails. And I'm like, wow. What's going on? Because, you know, I've never been high a day in my life, so that's kind of new to me.
That's Colorado for you, man. They don't call it a Rocky Mountain High for nothing. That's what's happening out there. They were early adopters on that front.
That's a new tradition. Second quarter, light them up.
Oh, you know.
Pull it out.
Like,
let's go.
Whether that was a thing that was like a formalized thing that the student body was doing or just so happened that that's what kind of was happening, now that will be every quarter.
For sure.
You'll be like, did they shoot off fireworks before the second quarter? No. Nope.
Second quarter, it's going to be a chimney. Everybody going to be in there just rotating it.
Listen, and I hope Colorado, don't shy away from this. Don't be PC about this. Just play.
They need Snoop Dogg or Wiz Khalifa.
You need, right. Play that. Play some Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze. Like, play everything. Do whatever you got to do to, like, enhance the mood there in the second quarter. Now, I know at Ohio State, what we're going to be doing, we should be playing a little of this, you know, get people fired up. Instead, we're going to be listening to Camp in the stadium tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Anyway, I'm fired up for tomorrow. I don't know why there is so much fear. I don't think there is for maybe Buckeye fans, but around the country, it's like, oh, I don't think Texas is going to let this be close. Texas is going to come in and just roll over Ohio State. I don't know that I've ever heard someone doubt the defending national champions as much as I've heard Ohio State doubted this week. It feels like there's been a lot of talk about how Texas has so much coming back. At Ohio State, their entire team is gone. So I don't know how we could even think. Aren't both teams working in a new quarterback? Isn't that technically true? I know that Arch Manning started a few games last year, but he wasn't the full-time starter last year. Yeah, Julian Sayin hasn't played as much as Arch Manning, but he's not exactly a slouch as a recruit either. I think this battle is going to be a lot closer, and I do think that Texas lost way more than what people are talking about. They lost everything on their offense is what they lost. We lost a lot on our defense, so that'll be a good matchup.
Do you guys remember how many draft picks Ohio State had last year?
14?
14. You know how many Texas had?
A double 12. Digits. Yeah.
Like,
right.
What's the difference, really?
No,
the answer is 2, but you know, yes. What's the significant difference between talent loss between these two teams? Everyone's acting like Ohio State's lost so much and Texas hasn't, and it's pretty equal, actually.
Go ahead, Tyvis.
Well, I was going. Kelly Lewis in the chat was asking for us to talk about the field goal kickers for both teams because, you know, these two teams are talented. And I was looking at their kicker versus our kicker, and they just got, I guess this kid came out the transfer portal, This guy by the name of Mason Shipley.
Yeah.
He is 78.9% on field goals, 96.4% on extra points, and his longest field goal is a 60-yarder.
Okay.
Our kicker, Jaden Fielding, 76.5% overall, 100% on extra points, and his long is 46 yards.
Yeah. But our fan base has a weird relationship with Jaden Fielding, I think.
I think you're 100% right on that. I think that people want a guy who can boom 60-yarders, and I just feel like Ohio State is never going to put that emphasis on going out and finding a dude who can,
was Mike Nugent,
hit 50-plus yarders. Because no, but I'm saying, like, I think people want a guy who's going to boom in 50-yarders pretty regularly and be like one of the best kickers to go to the NFL every year. Why would Ohio State invest significant resources in that when the offensive talent you put together, the defense that you have, you should not be a team that, I want a good kicker. I want a consistent kicker. I want a guy who can, yes, make 35-yard field goals, but you shouldn't be a team that's hanging around midfield a lot. You should be a team that's getting into the red zone. And then, teams, sometimes you play a great defense. You can't convert in third and whatever. You get off schedule. Fine. You need your kicker to come in and get you 3 points. That's all good. But I don't think Ohio State needs to be the team that goes out and gets a guy who can kick 55-yarders all the time. No,
our longest field goal in history is 59 yards, and that's from Tom Skladny?
Tom Skladany. I believe is how you say that, yeah.
Yeah.
My guy.
59 yards, 1975.
There you go. Yeah, great. By the way, if you're going down on campus today, or even if you aren't, you should be, because the Fan will be out at the O Patio and Pub from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bishop and Friends, 9 to noon, Rothman and Ice, noon to 3, and Common Man and Timmy all will be live. There will also be a trivia contest hosted by Jeff Thidoff, a.k.a. Tito, for the OSU Texas tickets. They're giving those away with that trivia contest starting at 1 p.m. Austin and Berm will be doing a Buckeye Chalk Talk. Season kickoff party presented by Logan Services, so get out there. 9 a.m. You're waking up now and you're like, I got to go to work. Tell your boss it's OSU Texas. It's Labor Day weekend. Go to hell.
My guy,
good morning. Go to hell.
My guy J Dog could be there because he got a 5-day week. He took off yesterday,
That's right.
today, and he getting one day off.
No, I just feel like I want to say something else about Arch Manning, and I sound like I'm picking on this dude. I'm not. I think he's a very talented player. I think he is going to have a very good career. However,
will it be better than Shador's?
I don't know about that.
Will he get his jersey retired?
Depends on if Kevin Stefanski wants to bury him on the depth chart or not. That's what we won't know that until he's drafted by Jimmy Haslam and the Browns. But here's the thing. I feel like we talk a lot about how mobile he is as a quarterback, and I do feel like if his name was Arch Smith or Arch Jones or Arch Robinson, like if it wasn't Arch Manning, I don't think we talk about him being so mobile. He is functionally mobile as a quarterback, which you have to be in 2025 to play, I think, major college football. You have to be able to move around a little bit, right? Avoid some pressure. And we saw him run away from, some, to be fair, not great football team that he, what was that? Was it Louisiana Monroe? Who did they play last year that he had?
That sounds accurate.
Yeah, whatever it was, where he had the big touchdown run and it was nice. I think what we're doing is because he's a Manning and they are famously not mobile, that then we're going, oh my God, he's like the Mannings, but he can run. And it's like, no, he's mobile. He's a good, talented player, all that stuff. But I don't think he's Lamar Jackson 2.0 coming in here tomorrow. I think he's a very solid mobile quarterback you have to account for. But I don't think that's the same thing as he is going to be one of the greatest mobile quarterbacks Ohio State's ever seen. I think if they play sound, responsible football, they will be able to handle that aspect of his game.
Well, they're gonna have to do the mobility thing because last year in the Cotton Bowl, for the one play that you saw him, it was like 4th and 1, and I think he ran the ball and got the first down. So that's going to be they're going to put that in the game plan. Especially if
that's why you have to stay out of 4th and short, 3rd and short.
True,
right?
But if our defensive line isn't winning successfully or multiple times against their offensive line, that's going to be a thing because it's an extra blocker. Now you got the running back as an extra blocker. So, they're going to have to, our D-line's going to have to really step up this game.
As much of a fan I am of Arch Manning, you know who else I'm a fan of? Julian Sand. And I would not be, I mean, they're both 5-star recruits.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked if tomorrow Julian Sand outplays Arch Manning, or if throughout the season Julian Sand has a better season than Arch Manning. Like, there is something to him being overhyped. I will say that.
Well, I just think if his name wasn't Manning, I think we'd all be saying, wow, Texas has this good 5-star recruit. Let's see what he can do. I don't know that he'd be the Heisman favorite based off what he's already done if his last name wasn't Manning.
Right.
I think that's fair.
I just think that these two guys are in the same realm, but the national media is acting like they're not.
Because you put Manning in a headline, right? He has all the hype. Everybody's been paying attention to this kid. He's the next generation of Mannings. They've already had 2 successful generations of quarterbacks with grandpa and now, his uncles, but he's the one who's believed now he's going to be the next one. And I don't doubt that the reason for that is because it helps with search history. When you go out there and look and say, oh, search engine optimization, Peyton Manning, the Manning family, they are beloved. So, yes, I think there's a reason why people talk about him, because he is talented. He is tremendously good.
Let me ask you this.
But let's not put him as Garrett Nussmeier threw for like 3,800 yards and 40 touchdowns last year. And it's like, yeah, but I don't think he can beat out Arch for Heisman. Okay, like we've seen him actually do some good stuff in a tough football conference. We haven't really seen Arch do a lot yet, other than in a couple of games where they were in inferior competition.
Dill, I got a question real quick. You're a huge Arch Manning fan. Is Nico in the same breath, in the same realm as Arch Manning to you?
I think Arch, I don't know if Arch is
Nico
more.
Iamaleava?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Arch is going to do more in the running game than Nico. I mean, Nico can move, but are you scared of Nico killing you on the ground?
What about Dante Moore?
I don't like Dante Moore, so that's not fair.
The reason I asked you this is because you go back to the recruits when they came out in 23. Arch was number 1, Nico was 2, and Dante Moore was 3. But they're all perfect on the composite, 100 on the composite.
I mean, yeah, I think there's a lot of room in recruiting for that type of, there's a lot of hype around these guys because they did great things in high school. Let's find out what you can do when you actually play in these games. I'm just saying Arch Manning hasn't had the resume that everyone seems to already be giving him credit for. He's very, very good. He may be the best quarterback in college football when it's all said and done, but he hasn't proven that yet. Tomorrow's a big step for him to try to prove that. All right, how terrible are the Browns? I'll tell you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning to you. Well, we are still noticing some diciness out on the roadways for your Friday commute, and that's because of some patchiness of fog, especially over in Delaware County. Less than 5 miles of visibility in your area. Thankfully, once again, travel times are still pretty good. 23 northbound's looking okay. 71 southbound, no issues there, and 71 northbound looking A-okay for your Friday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad. I've been taking the low T treatment at Tri-State Men's Health for a little under a year now. So I was really just struggling with finding the energy to accomplish the things I wanted to do every day. By the end of the workday, I was very drained and tired and found it hard to concentrate and get my job done, and was looking for something to kind of get that edge back. Once I started taking the treatment, I felt probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks more energy. And the thing that really I noticed right away was sleeping. Now I get a solid 8 hours. I'm going on vacation. I'm enjoying myself. So men out there, if you're struggling with any of the symptoms I was, low energy, brain fog, lack of sleep, I would highly recommend you call Tri-State Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Chad. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Make your long summer holiday weekend a good deal better by stocking up on your favorites during the Buy 5, Save 5 sale at Meijer. Buy 5 or more and save $5 or more when you mix or match over 2,000 items store-wide, like Meijer shredded or chunk cheese, 24 packs of select Coca-Cola and Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable, Brawny paper towels and Dixie Family Pack paper plates and bowls. The Buy 5, Save 5 deals at Meijer. That's the good life, a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
On Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. New customers opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Download the app and start ordering lottery tickets today. Use code VOCAL. That's code VOCAL on Jackpocket. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 or older. Jackpocket is a lottery courier and not affiliated with the Ohio Lottery. Opt in for $5 in non-withdrawable lottery credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at jkpt.co/draw5.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
At Kemba Financial Credit Union, we care about you. Consumers like you say they don't want monthly fees for checking, and we listen. Introducing hassle-free checking with no monthly service fee. Use it as an easy place to deposit and transfer your money, along with your everyday banking needs. Plus, Kemba's expansive digital banking services make it easy for you to bank how you want. At Kemba, we're always thinking of ways to put you and your finances first. Visit Kemba.org. Federally insured by NCUA. Restrictions apply.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. Go to hell. Horns down. T-Bone and Tyvis. Lots to get to today. We have your Football Friday forecast coming up at 7:30. Meredith Garfalo, 10 TV meteorologist, she will join us. Tell you what to expect tomorrow in the shoot weather-wise. Maybe even give you a look ahead to next weekend, because there's some, a little bit of an NFL weekend happening next weekend. So talk about all that with her. 8:15 morning breath. Some people who should just shut up. You could argue that could be me and Tyvis every day, but we actually have some audio from people who should shut up that we will play for you coming up at 8:15. And of course, we're talking Buckeyes in Texas. You can let us know your prediction for the game at Bone and Tyvis 971. I don't think it's going to be as close as a lot of people seem to think. I'm not saying it's going to be like a
shellacking.
No, I don't know if it's going to be that. But fan poll today I saw was, what do you think the score of the game is going to be? What do you think the margin is going to be? And it's, OSU by a touchdown or less, OSU by 2 touchdowns or more, Texas by a touchdown or less, or Texas by 2 touchdowns or more. And a lot of people, I think, have this within the fan poll right now. The leader in the clubhouse is Buckeyes by a touchdown or less. So Buckeye fans confident they'll win, but it's going to be close. I could see it being a little more than a touchdown. I think it could be like maybe a little, like a 10-point, maybe a little over 10. I don't know.
You know what? As I sit here, I realize that it's a great thing that I've calmed down and matured in my life.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I realized that I was off the hook like back in the day.
When you were playing?
Yeah, like I realized that
Well, you used to. You've talked about many times how you would find where the opposing team's families were sitting, and if you were able to pick off a pass or make a big play, you would point. People thought you were just pointing up at the sky, but you were pointing exactly to where their fans are and saying, "That's your boy right there."
I wouldn't do Arch. If I was playing in this game, I wouldn't do Arch like that.
No.
You know what I would do?
Why not?
I would pick him off, and I would tell him he's a disgrace to that last name.
Oh.
That's what I would say.
You go quietly and say that to him, just right in his face?
Your uncle's is ashamed of you. That's what I would say. So it'd be so bad. You know how I know that I would talk trash? I would switch my mouthpiece. Usually I wear the mouthpiece with the pacifier. I would get one that I would either not wear a mouthpiece for this game, or I would get one that you mold and put in. Because when you got the molded one, you can talk. Like, it's loud. When you got the pacifier, you got to take it out to talk. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to just talk.
Yeah, I like it. I like that this would be your pregame thought process is which mouth guard should I use for talking purposes? That's good. I like that. So were there now I'm curious, were there teams where you were like, no, I need to keep the pacifier. I have nothing to say to this team. They're going to be really good.
Yeah, multiple times. It's many games. It's a mini game. I'm going to Maryland. When we play Maryland, like I didn't say nothing.
There's nothing to say there. Yeah. Exactly.
I think they had Diggs and DJ Moore at the time.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like there's nothing to say.
That was when Stephon Diggs, Buckeyes were trying to get him. He ended up going to Maryland. That was pretty surprising.
Meat Sweats, who's in our YouTube chat a lot, but he said this on X. He wanted to know what we thought the score was going to be. And he, for some reason, has Texas winning 38-27, has Arch Manning throwing for 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing TD. I'm not even going that far, and I'm the champion Arch Manning, bandwagon driver.
I mean, I think this OSU defense is going to be really good. So I don't feel like it's going to be a high score. Let me rephrase. I don't know if it's going to be in the 30s for both teams. I could see it being in the 20s for both teams.
Yeah, the total for the game is 47.5, I think, depending on what book you like to use.
And I think the under is not a terribly bad play there, because I do think it'll be a tough game, especially both offenses I think are going to have to find their way a little bit in this game. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Ohio State's winning this game. I'll just put that out there. We'll have more score predictions as we go on throughout the day.
Go Bucks.
So the NFL, they ranked, this is from Gennaro Felice, let him live, for NFL.com. NFL triplets, all right? So quarterback, top wide receiver, running back. Which NFL team has the best 3? Conveniently for Browns fans, the NFL.com website put this in ascending order, so last to first. Because at dead last, they have number 32, the Cleveland Browns, with quarterback Joe Flacco. Running back, they have Dylan Sampson. All right. So I guess getting the nod over Jerome Ford, sure. Jerry Jeudy is the best receiver. And they said that is the worst combo of those 3 in the NFL.
Hey.
By comparison, the Saints are next. The Saints.
Got Chris Olave and who?
Alvin Kamara, who's getting older.
Okay.
And Tyler, I forget, is it Shuck?
No, but he's not the starter. Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
Is.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? He is of the opinion, though, that
he will take over at some point.
Yeah.
Is Tyler Shuck like?
Yeah. He thinks he's going to make it happen. I don't know. Either way, he doesn't have any confidence in either of them. And I'm just saying he has them rated higher than the Browns.
I think that's a little
disrespectful.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like that he has the Steelers 28th with Aaron Rodgers, Caleb Johnson, and DK Metcalf. I like that. That makes me feel
Caleb
good.
Johnson over Jalen Warren, man.
Apparently. He says, I envision Johnson eventually taking over the top job, pushing Warren back to the third down role that suited him best the last few years. Whatever. I did go to look to see where the Bengals are. They are slightly higher on this list. The Bengals are, I believe, no, higher than that.
3.
Not quite. 4th. Obviously, with Burrow, Brown, and Chase, they have got, pretty good. Here are the guys ahead of them. Eagles.
I knew that.
Lions. And number 1, who do you think?
Number 1 ain't the Eagles?
Nope.
Lamar
They're 3.
Jackson. No.
You got it. Yeah. The Ravens at 1. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and Zay Flowers. That's they say the best triplet in the NFL. That doesn't mean
probably
anything.
would have took the Eagles, but
you can't win with just those 3 guys. You need a lot more. But I mean, they have the Bengals higher than the Bills. Have the Bengals higher than, well, I mean, any of the teams you can think of, right? They actually have the Chiefs at 11 with Pat Mahomes, Isaiah Pacheco, and Xavier Worthy. I don't know if Rashee Rice was there, maybe it's a little higher, but
why not put Travis Kelce in that spot?
I don't know. They just said pass catcher.
Okay, out of curiosity, where's the Raiders? Because if they say Bowers, then the list is flawed.
No, the 49ers are 5th, and they put Purdy, McCaffrey, and Kittle. So
yeah,
list is flawed.
Raiders have they're 16th, and they do have Brock Bowers as pass catcher.
I don't understand why I wouldn't be.
I don't either. But whatever. It's an
Chiefs
interesting
disrespect,
discussion.
man. The NFL just doesn't like the Chiefs. That's what I hear.
They have the Texans ahead of the Chiefs.
Nick Wright.
Texans, they have a 10, right ahead of the Chiefs. With CJ and Nick Chubb. I heard he can't play. And Nico Collins. So there you go. All right, we'll come back. The Buckeyes are hosting a ton of recruits this weekend, including one recruit who is basically begging them to flip him. We'll tell you who next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and happy Friday. Well, we are still noticing patches of fog out in the east side this morning. A live look, 270 at Livingston Avenue. Noticing traffic pick up just a little bit this morning. Nothing too concerning, but again, do be extra cautious on the roads right now. We are still noticing foggy conditions this morning. Just be very careful heading out the door this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The dog days are the best days to save at Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% financing on any new Kia EV, Sportage, or Sorrento, or 1.9% on a new 25 Seltos or K5. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
Based on January to December 2024 retail sales at all 4 locations. 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 financed. 1.9% for 48 months equals $21.65 per 1,000 financed. All manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Dealer financing required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Right now, in Washington, there's a fight going on to make life more affordable and bring back American jobs. Some play politics, and some want to get things done. Senator John Husted is cutting through the noise, putting Ohio first. The new tax bill delivers for working families and helps small businesses hire and grow right here in Ohio. Tell John Husted, keep fighting for Ohio families and small businesses. Paid for by Senate Opportunity Fund.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
When it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Buckeye fans, it's here. Behind the O, the free app with exclusive athlete-driven Ohio State content. Every click helps NAL for your favorite Buckeyes at no cost to you. Download Behind the O today and get closer to the Buckeyes than ever before.
Free to you, NAL for them. Behind the O. Download now.
Get Eco.
ECO. Aaron, what's your favorite holiday? Labor Day. No, really. What's your favorite holiday? Labor Day?
Get Eco.
ECO. Labor Day is when we celebrate the working people of America. Like plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians? Sure, but we're also celebrating nurses, police officers, office workers, firefighters, school teachers, landscapers, and those people who faithfully pick up our garbage on trash day. And waiters and waitresses? And car mechanics and... ECO. And daycare workers. We can't leave out daycare workers. Hooray for Labor Day! Jerry, when you look at working people, what do you see? I see the people who built America. I see love. Love? Love with its sleeves rolled up. Wow. Working people are the people who take care of everybody. Labor Day is when we celebrate the working people who built America and keep it strong. Happy Labor Day, everyone. Get Eco at GetEco.com.
Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and 0 for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Dallas Cowboys traded 4-time Pro Bowl edge rusher Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers yesterday. In exchange, the Cowboys received defensive tackle Kenny Clark and Green Bay's 2026 and 2027 first-round picks. Parsons also agreed to a 4-year, $188 million deal. That includes $136 million in guarantees, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Plenty of college football was on last night. The Ohio Bobcats almost pulled off the upset against Rutgers, but would eventually fall 34-31. Bowling Green won the first game of the Eddie George era against Lafayette, 26-27. Nebraska held off against Cincinnati, 20-17, and Luke Fickell's Wisconsin Badgers team beat Miami of Ohio, 17-0. This update was brought to you by Germain Toyota, the best selection of new and used cars in Central Ohio. View their full selection of vehicles online at germaintoyota.net.
It's Friday, and there's football. I shall call it Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for all things football. The Fan. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Oh, football's in the air, baby. You know it tomorrow. High noon right here on The Fan. Buckeyes taking on Texas. We'll have all the coverage for you starting bright and early at 6:30 tomorrow morning. Pre-game coverage then. Ready to go. Tyvis will be in Maryland. Getting ready for, who's Maryland playing?
Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, there you go.
Big
Good
time
FAU.
matchup.
Big time, yeah.
Yeah.
Then as soon as your BTN duties are done, you're flying back here and you're watching the Buckeyes.
Yes, I will be. My flight leaves there at like 2 o'clock, I think.
So you'll be. This is airport. Well, I was going to say an airport beer would be a great time for that, but you won't. You don't
airport
drink beer.
lemonade.
Yeah. Find a lounge, get a lemonade. Watch the game. Will be on. It'll be on everywhere.
I will have to. I'm gonna just sit at the bar because I don't like to do the table for one thing.
No, that's.
Yeah.
It looks. I'm with you. Just sit at the bar. I'm with you. It's a good vibe. By the way, college football last night, South Florida. Dump trucks, Boise State.
Your boy was on South Florida last night. Let's go.
I'm shocked.
Oh, you had South Florida. Good for you. Yeah, that was a 34-7 beatdown.
Didn't you pick Boise State to go back to the CFP this year?
Huh? What?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oil? You cook it? I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I did too, though. I already forgot my picks.
I know. You know what? Let's forget that ever happened.
That's sad. Y'all didn't even make it.
There might be something to the idea that Ashton Genty may have been underrated. How good he was, because my God, that Boise State team looked like nothing like they did last year.
I had them plus the points. I did not think they were going to go ahead and win outright.
No,
like that. Let's be real.
You missed some money there because you should have took them on the money line.
Byron Brown. 210 yards through the air, but 43 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns, and he was running over dudes. Their USF's quarterback, he was on it last night. Also, Dylan Raiola got things started off for Nebraska with a win.
Somebody in the chat said they was glad we didn't get him because he can't really sling the pill.
Here's what his numbers were: 33 of 42, 243. So he threw it 42 times and didn't get 300 yards.
Sage, Ohio. I'm so happy Rayola didn't come to Ohio State. That boy came past gas.
2 touchdowns. Nebraska hung on to beat Cincinnati. That was a weird one. It was in Kansas City, but it was technically a home game for Cincinnati. But obviously there are way more Nebraska fans there because it's closer, to where they are. Also in attendance were Taylor and Travis Swift, so that was cool to see that they made.
He should. You think he should take her last name?
If I was him, I would. Are you kidding me?
Jonathan Swift.
Absolutely. You know what? I've talked to my wife about this. I regret not taking her name at the wedding because my last name Robinson.
Jonathan Robinson.
Oh, from a radio standpoint? John Smith goes nowhere.
Your host, Jonathan Robinson.
Well, it could have been Tyvis and J Rob, right? We could have done that. Could have been Tyvis and JR. Could have had that. Oh yeah, all the things were open for me, but instead I went with John Smith. I kept that name.
I wish I would have
an idiot.
I wish I would have took my father's name, Tyvis Washington.
That's a good name. That's a good name too. Tyvis Powell's doing great for you. What are you talking about?
Tyvis Washington but I wanted to make it on my own. I didn't want to make it because of who my father was. So,
I see. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah,
we're talking
Denzel.
About,
right, of course.
We're talking about quarterbacks that stunk last night. Cincinnati's quarterback, Brendan Sorsby, he had like 70 yards passing, okay? So he
had more yards rushing than he did passing. Yeah, it was
Sorsby, bad. I covered him. He was with Indiana, wasn't he?
Yeah,
sounds right.
Transfer. Yeah.
And we are kind of bearing the lead here. Eddie George, Bowling Green, 1-0. You see the opening kick? Took it back to the house.
Yes.
Like the opening kick of the season. The Eddie George era begins with a touchdown. So there we go, Bowling Green. Urban was up there. I saw, Joey Galloway was there. Orlando Pace was there. Tito Paul, my guy. Raymond Harris, the ultra back. Yeah. It's Ohio State North. Let's go. I love it. I'm in on Bowling Green this year.
Were there more stars at the Bowling Green game than the Cincinnati Nebraska game then? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I don't know if the net worth was better because Taylor Swift was in attendance at the Nebraska and Cincinnati game.
He said Taylor is in the house. I said Taylor Lewan.
Nope, not him. And Rutgers got it done barely against OU. Oh, I thought Ohio. I wanted to see them get the ball back and try to go down the field because their offense was humming, but stupidly.
I can't believe Rutgers struggled like that.
Well, Rutgers they had a 4th and 3, something like that. And they were on the 25 or 30. So they were within field goal range. They were up 3. They could have kicked a field goal and at least made it, you have to score a touchdown. Instead, they go for it on 4th down, I thought stupidly, but they converted. So it's all forgiven. They then ran out the clock, and that was that. So the Buckeyes hosting a ton of recruits this weekend. One of them is Keeman Spell, who is from McKeesport, Pennsylvania. He is a 2027 recruit. He is the number 1 recruit in that class, if I'm not mistaken. Certainly the number 1 running back. 5-star guy, 5'9", 205 pounds. He is committed to Penn State. I'm going to say committed in air quotes because I've never seen this before, Tyvis. Maybe you have. He has apparently told On3, there are 6 schools that could flip me, and here they are.
I've never heard this before. This is the world that we live in nowadays.
Usually guys put here are the top 6 schools I'm considering, and they're not committed to any of them, but they're just saying, these are the ones that I've got it narrowed down to. He's committed to Penn State. He's already told them, I want to go play for you. And then he said, but guys, I'm open. Just slide into the DMs if you want. So
I've never heard of this. What world are we living? Where are we at in society?
I'm going to go for a T-bone level analogy here.
Great.
This is like if you were to propose to your girl and she says, yes, I'll marry you. And then the next morning she says, yeah, I'm still interested in marrying you. But if these 5 guys decide to pursue me, I may consider giving this ring back to you.
Right. Yeah. It almost feels like, the, what do they call that? The hall pass list. Like when you're married, there's the thing of hey, if any of these 5 celebrities were to ever give me a call, I should be able to have a one-night stand with them because that's an absurd thing that will probably never happen.
A one night. What if it did?
Well, then that's why it's called a hall pass. It's someone that's so impressive.
Is that something that you would have to contact the wife
Oh, no, you talk about it ahead of time for sure. No, you don't spring it on her.
Okay, no, I'm saying.
You work this out ahead of time.
Right, so let me ask. So you say, let's say you want your fantasy is like Rihanna or something, right?
Sure.
And let's say you say to your wife, like, yeah, if Rihanna ever gives me the opportunity, I'm gonna take it.
She has to sign
your wife
off on
says, yeah, that's fine.
It's someone that's so impressive that she would be like, I don't want to get in your way of that. That's amazing.
My question is, let's say you had that conversation 10 years ago and you run into Rihanna and she's down.
Yeah.
Do you make the call to the wife and say, hey, just want you to know it's about to happen? Or do you just do it?
I think you just do it. It's already been agreed upon.
Why you don't go back and re-ask once you've negotiated the terms. Like, you don't keep, like, are you still sure you want to make this purchase on this car? Like, you just go ahead and assume they're good for it. You move on.
I feel like the responsible thing is to just heads up, it's about to go down.
Well, and I realize that for someone like me, if I were to say, yeah, you know what, if Sydney Sweeney gave me a call, like, right, my wife is probably like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Because she's like, that's never going to happen. But, like, I know for her, like, one of hers is Hugh Jackman. If Hugh Jackman showed up and said, Melissa.
Wolverine?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she hates the Wolverines, but not Wolverine. She is all about that Wolverine, but more about, like, his Broadway stuff. She's a big fan. So I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't stand in the way. I'd be like, sure, go ahead. I get it. Just know that on the other side.
I ain't letting it happen. The lieutenant is locked down.
Well, I'm saying with this recruit is, like, he has his hall pass list, but they're all, like, people he knows. They're all like, close friends.
This is dumb.
This is not
I can't believe that he did this. Like, why? If I was picked, why would you even want this guy? He don't really want to be there. He's destined for the transfer portal. Like, that's what that tells me.
It does seem like that, right? But he's visiting Ohio State this weekend. The schools, by the way, that he said could flip him from Penn State. Obviously, Ohio State is one, USC, Bama, Tennessee, Notre Dame, and Michigan. So right there, like, if you're a Penn State fan, you're like, oh, wait, this guy wants to go to two other Big Ten schools that we are big rivals with? Yeah, I don't feel great about that. However, the production doesn't lie either. He had 293 yards on 13 carries this weekend with 4 touchdowns and a kick return for a touchdown, too. So 5 total touchdowns with 14 touches of the football. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I know it's Pennsylvania high school football. I can't tell you that I know all the competition there, but he is obviously talented. He is obviously a number 1 recruit for a reason, but I've never heard of someone saying, yeah, I'm committed here, but I will gladly open up my recruitment. If you want to talk, I will decommit from Penn State and talk to you instead. So, yeah, that's who the Buckeyes are hosting this weekend, among many others. Some guys that are already committed.
He's a punch-out candidate.
What's that mean?
I'd punch the ball out of his hand. He carries.
This is his junior year.
I mean, the way he carrying the ball, like, he one of the ones that you just punch it right in and it comes straight out. Bang.
Dude, I've been watching a lot of, like, I was at a high school football game a couple weeks ago. I was watching some junior high football because my daughter is now, like, cheering for our junior high team. Every kid is holding the ball like they are Lamar Jackson, like they're about to throw it. Like,
see, you know what's funny?
I'm like, I didn't know what happened. Like, I thought that was the fundamentals you learn when you're in, like, Pop Warner. Everyone's running around like they can just at any point be throwing it down the field. Yeah. But it's running backs doing that. Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
What do you mean? You did that?
I didn't do it in the game because at Ohio State, they was not going to allow it. But it was one of those things that I said, I promise you, if I get to the league, I'm doing it.
Yeah, well, speaking of the league, the Dallas Cowboys made some waves in the league yesterday because they traded Micah Parsons away. What did they get in return for him? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Friday morning to you. We are noticing our first crash of the morning, and that's going to be happening over on the east side. The left lane is currently blocked on 270 north, just past 70 because of a crash out there. Just happened, so not noticing any delays right now, but do be mindful as you step out the door. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Coffee, iced cap, refreshers. Tim Hortons has all your favorite beverages. And now you can get your favorite bite for less. When you buy any size beverage, add a baked daily donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. So next time you order your favorite Tim's beverage, add something that satisfies your cravings and your wallet. The $1, $2, $3 menu. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply.
Cash for Clunkers continues during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for Clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HR-V two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic four-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com.
Save big on everything for your appliance upgrade when you shop at Menards. You need reliable and energy-efficient appliances to conquer the day. Menards is your one-stop shop with the largest in-stock appliance selection ready to take home today. Check out our top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and Criterion. Save big money on all appliances at Menards and check out our weekly flyer on menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Tailgate season is here, and if your grill makes you have to duck when you light it, it's time for an upgrade. Billiards Plus carries top-of-the-line grills that you can pass down to your kids and gifts the whole family will enjoy. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday, everyone. Lots of chances for patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, expect skies to be partly cloudy and wake up temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. We will see plenty of sun this afternoon mixed in with some clouds, so don't forget the sunglasses. Daytime highs topping out in the mid-70s, and then for tonight, for Friday Night Football, temperatures down into the low 50s and even some upper 40s with partly cloudy skies. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
The moment I walked into Caps, I knew I was in the right place for my NeoGraft treatment. Caps is state-of-the-art, clean, sleek, and built for people who take aesthetics seriously. Their technology is top tier, and the whole experience felt professional from start to finish. As men, we hit the gym, and we care about our style. So why not our hair and skin, too? There's nothing vain about wanting to feel good. Caps made it easy, honest, and judgment-free. No pressure, just real people helping me make the best decision for myself. Make the best choice for yourself by visiting caps.com or experiencecaps.com, excuse me.
Yeah, this is YouTube chat is going off today because we have obviously Ohio State, Texas on the brain. A lot of people checking in there. You can do that by going to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be in the chat, or you can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. This trade last night saw this come down. Micah Parsons dealt away by the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones apparently mad that apparently you're not allowed to just like spit in your hand and shake on a deal in 2025. You actually have to have agents involved and contracts signed before a deal is considered finalized. Jerry Jones doesn't like the fact that Micah Parsons and he talked back in the spring, and apparently they shook on a trade or on a deal rather to sign back with the Cowboys, get a new deal done. Then Micah Parsons called his agent, and his agent said, "Hold on. I would like to be involved in these negotiations, please. I'm your agent. I want to get you the best deal." And then that's when Jerry Jones pissed and moaned and complained and said, "I can't. How dare? I thought I shook when I owned the team. When I bought the team, I shook on it, and that was it. And that was good enough." Well, that was back in the 80s. That was 40-plus years ago, Jerry. It's a little different nowadays. You do have to actually have a contract signed. So
I want to know.
Did anybody think this was going to happen? That they were going to actually trade him away, though?
I did not. I was shocked. But my thing is, I wonder what the when the agent got involved, when David Malagetta got involved, how much did the money change from when Micah negotiated to when David negotiated it? That's the thing I want to know. Like, was it that they said $47 million is unreasonable, or was it? What did they agree upon? Like, did Micah say, "Yeah, I take $41 million"?
Yeah, right. And his agent got him much more than that. I mean, if it's $6 to Jerry Jones, I would have been like, you might as well just pay the $6. Yeah, but I think it came down to Jerry Jones just saying, "I'm not going to." We had a handshake agreement, and now I'm mad that you dared to involve your agent. When Jerry Jones knows as well as anyone, the CBA, if you have an agent, you have to deal with the agent. Like, if it's Lamar Jackson, he and his mom negotiate all the contracts, then that's different. But, like, it's known that Micah Parsons has an agent. You know who his agent is. You've dealt with him before. This is the thing that I'm just not understanding, how Jerry Jones could let it get to this point. Micah Parsons, anyway, he agrees to a 4-year, $188 million contract with the Packers. That includes $120 million fully guaranteed, because obviously, if you didn't hear, he was traded to the Packers for 2 first-round picks in 2026 and 2027, and Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark. So it's not like you got nobody coming back. The Cowboys did get someone up the middle to help them out defensively, but God, to hear Jerry Jones talk about it, it's like, we don't even need a pass rush. We need to stop the run. It's like, yeah, you know why you don't need a pass rush? Because you have Micah Parsons. Now you're getting rid of him. You are going to probably, maybe slightly, I don't know, be a little better at stopping the run, but you are going to see your secondary taxed a lot more because quarterback's going to have more time to throw. So I don't understand the logic to this at all. I really don't.
I'm trying to go through their draft history because I want to see how they draft. You know?
I mean, I feel like they have the perception that they draft well. I mean, they drafted Dak Prescott. They drafted CeeDee Lamb. They drafted Micah Parsons. You know what I mean? Back in the day, Zeke. Like, they historically, I feel like, draft pretty well, and that's why you don't see them go out in free agency that often. But the past couple of years, that hasn't really worked out for them.
Yeah, but also, I mean, they draft well enough to be.
Well, they've been drafting
hovering around.
Time,
they hover around a playoff team, right? They're not like. But I'm saying they don't ever seem to find the missing pieces to get over the hump and become like a true top team in the NFC at all. Like, they should do better than they do based on how they draft, but yet Jerry Jones is willing to roll the dice on that. I just don't understand. If you think that the answer is keeping Dak Prescott healthy and having him available, wouldn't you want to go into this season and see what you can do with Micah Parsons one more time? But apparently, after all this trade talk and everything kind of blew up, apparently Micah Parsons' camp came back to the Cowboys and said, "Hey, we know this kind of got out of hand. We know you're looking at trading us. We know we're looking at getting a bigger deal. But here's the thing. we want to start over and let's have this conversation. Instead of trading us, let's have the conversation and let's go back to the drawing board and let's put some numbers out there. And apparently the response back from the Cowboys was, nope, you play on the 5th-year option of your deal or we trade you. That's all that's on the table now. So tell me again, is that Jerry Jones doing what's right for the Cowboys and for the organization and for the fans? Or is that Jerry Jones saying, I don't lose these little petty skirmishes in negotiations, and I'm putting my foot down and saying, I'm calling your bluff and I'm going to trade you? It sounds like Jerry Jones just trying to win the battle in the negotiating room, not actually build the best football team he can. So I don't understand it.
Tyvis, do you think the Cowboys offense is going to be good this year? Like, do you think they could win games like Cincinnati Bengals style, or is their offense not all that?
No, I think they got the pieces for that. If Dak, assuming that Dak Prescott gets back to who he once was, I think that they can be good. I mean, they got Javonte Williams, who, obviously Denver got rid of him, but he had some moments there. CeeDee Lamb is one of the best. George Pickens, if you keep his head straight, he's really explosive. And they got Jake Ferguson as a tight end. That's solid. That's a solid group.
I don't know, man. I feel like the Cowboys, they'll be good, but having a piece like Micah Parsons, trading that away just makes no sense to me. But what do I know? I'm not Jerry Jones. I haven't won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years when Jimmy Johnson was largely responsible for building the team and then done nothing since. I don't know anything about football. Jerry Jones does, though, so he gets to make these picks. Everybody talks about him being a gambler. This is a gamble. Is that good? I don't know, but he loves to gamble, I guess.
They D-line. They took a DN in the 2nd round this year of the draft.
Hey, maybe he'll be the next Micah Parsons.
Maybe.
That they won't pay when it comes time to it.
We say they draft really well.
All right.
I can't say what is Donovan Ezekua.
Oh, okay. Let him live.
My guy.
Whatever. Boston College.
All right. Enough of that. You know what's happening tomorrow? I'm ready. You're ready. Let's talk about this, Tyvis. Running backs for Ohio State. I think that is one of the biggest keys to this game for Ohio State. Because last year you had 2 very known quantities, right? 2 known guys that had the ability to go for 1,000 yards, the ability to break a game wide open.
Yep.
Now, go from that to you got some dudes that have to prove some stuff, right? You got a lot of young talent. They've recruited well in that regard, but it's going to be a whole different ballgame this year, right?
It will be. I mean, but I like the 2 running backs. I like James Peoples. A lot of people say James Peoples is like J.K. Dobbins, a small guy but very explosive, can hit the long run, will run you over if he has to, so that's going to be nice to see. And then C.J. Donaldson is going to be like, I guess he's like the power back. He's a guy coming from West Virginia, physical guy, goal line, short yardage situations. I called Quinshawn and Travion thunder and lightning. They got one with speed, and that's one that's going to just run straight through you. That physicality, to be honest with you, I think Quinshawn turned up Travion more. Travion, when he first got here, a lot of people thought that he wasn't this physical guy. And as the years went on, who was the guy that he was paired with? What's the running back from Cincinnati? Oh, what's his name?
Why am I blanking on what you're talking about?
The running back before Quinshawn got here. He got hurt.
Oh.
What was his name?
Are you talking about
Chip Trainum?
Chip Trainum?
No, not Chip.
I don't know.
What is his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I don't know off the top of my head.
I got to go back and figure it out. But anyways, he was the guy that came in, and it just seemed like he was more physical than Travion. And then Travion saw that, and then he became more physical.
Well, Travion Henderson, though, like...
Are you talking about Mayan Williams?
Mayan Williams.
Oh, yeah.
That's his name.
The pass blocking from Travion Henderson is the thing that, as much as anything he did here, that is the thing that I think Ohio State, if they don't replace that somehow with one of these guys being able to stop, pick up the blitz, stuff like that, like... They need something like that to help out Julian Sain, especially, he's not seen as much football as Will Howard did. So that was a big piece to last year that they also lose.
Well, I think Coach Locke got a lot to do with that as well. He does a really good job of, I think he got a quote saying he don't care about the stars, like he gonna make everybody a 5-star or something like that. So
nice.
I think that's one of the requirements to play running back at Ohio State is being able to pass block. If you can't pass block, they will not put you out there on the field. So that was one of Dallas Hayden thing that he couldn't really pass block that well. So yeah, I feel like these 2 guys will be able to get that job done. They're going to need to. Obviously, this is going to be a big game. I think the offensive line will be fine, but every now and again, one of those linebackers, they're going to dial up a good blitz, and those running backs are going to be responsible for picking it up, and I think they will dominate that assignment.
I'm under the opinion that the offensive line's so good that it doesn't really matter who's playing running back within reason. Like they're talented enough to be at Ohio State. The offensive line's so good that they should play well. Would you agree with that?
I hope that's correct. Look, I mean, that to me is something that I think this offensive line will be a strength. I do think that's going to be a fun battle to watch, them going up against Texas's defensive line. It's a good test for the offensive line, but no question about it. You have to have someone stepping up from the running back position to, pick up a blitz and do that. And last year we had that luxury. Travion Henderson could do that, and then was also like the fastest guy on the field half the time. So they're like replacing that level of talent is going to be a tough ask for this running back room, but they recruited well. Don't forget Bo Jackson, true freshman, getting a lot of buzz too. So hopefully
they got to get a package of plays for him.
I hope so, man. I want to see it.
I have to see him.
And I am also excited for all of the Twitter memes and Instagram memes that will come from Bo Jackson playing for Ohio State. I love that whole symmetry. Exactly. Football Friday forecast. 10 TV meteorologist Meredith Carfello joins us in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Friday. We are still noticing foggy conditions out on the roads this morning, and it's kind of changing when it comes to areas. Before, we were looking at Marysville, Delaware County, even folks over in Etna this morning. Now a different story. Downtown, even over on the west side by London, looking pretty busy out there because of just all the fogs that we're noticing. 315 at Lane Avenue, definitely pretty dicey this morning, so want to make sure everyone is using extra caution on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
He's coming. Here he goes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
USDA Choice Bone-in Ribeye Steaks are $9.99 a pound in the value pack with your digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Saw that the Pizza Boy was out yesterday doing reviews, Barstool Sports. I thought they were banned from Columbus. I thought they couldn't show up, but somehow Dave Portnoy made his way to Columbus.
There's something about Dublin being a good city or something.
He was in Dublin. That's where I live, and he said he has nothing bad to say about Dublin. So on a scale of 1 to 10, if I hated him at like a 100 before yesterday, now I'm at like a 99.
That's crazy. You got money. You live in Dublin.
Where'd he go? Did he go to...
That's what everyone says. I say I live in the poor part of Dublin.
Did he go to, was it Pizza House? I think is where he went. Yeah, did a review there. So
what you think of their pizza? Good. It tastes similar?
Oh, no. Stop. No, see, last year when we did Pizza Madness and we had 64.
Were they in the bracket?
They made like the Elite 8, I want to say. They were up there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of this place?
Pizza House. It's a very good place. It's over there.
Is it like Central Ohio, Central style?
Yeah,
like
it's
the little squares?
Yeah, Portnoy said it was tavern style, it was Chicago style, and I'm like, get out of town. It's Columbus style pizza. You wouldn't know about it, but that's okay. One bite. Nobody knows the rules if it's Michigan because you're not allowed to apparently break those rules.
Is
you
that
can
your
just
favorite cut,
not get
the
punished.
Central?
Yeah, I like those. I like the little square cut pizzas.
Sicilian style, maybe?
Yeah. Well, Meredith Garfalo joins us, 10 TV meteorologist.
The Sicilian?
Are you? That's right. Are you a fan of the thin crust, like Columbus style pizza?
It depends. If I'm feeling a little diety, then yes. But if I really want a big, thick slice of pizza, I'm going to go for it. Although I may not eat the crust, but the whole insides, bring it on.
Oh, okay. See, I
respect that, actually, because I don't really eat the crust either.
I know nothing about that. I'm eating the crust and anything else that comes with it, the breadsticks, the whole thing. So let's talk forecast. Tomorrow, the shoe, noon. Weather's been kind of interesting the last few days because it has felt very fall-like, despite us still being in the last weeks of summer. We expecting some of that tomorrow? What are we going to get tomorrow at noon?
Well, I would say the fallish feeling will be in the mornings. And I want to stress that because we know so many people out there tailgating. And so just expect it to be chilly. If you're somebody that doesn't get cold easily, then you're going to be fine. I mean, we're looking at some low 50s to start off. So even chillier than it is this morning. If you feel it and you're like, I'm really cold, tomorrow you're going to be even colder. So I'm recommending, bring that in a big old warm blanket or sweater. But by the afternoon, I mean, we got so lucky. I think Mother Nature is a Buckeyes fan because we're going to have sun and we're going to have temperatures in the mid 70s. I went for tomorrow afternoon.
It's actually a perfect day, actually. That's how I prefer playing football. Are we done with the 90s? Is this going to be the new
norm?
Yeah.
Well, I did look up our average for tomorrow, and typically we should be right around 83 degrees for the high. So we're still below average, even though it'll be warmer than we've been. But no, I mean, even going into the extended forecast next week, I mean, the warmest we'll get like Labor Day, Tuesday, even maybe Wednesday in the low 80s. So I think we might be done unless we get a big spike of heat before we officially end summer. Although we know it's Ohio weather because we could have a fake summer and fall.
I feel like we get that.
Usually it happens.
I feel like we get a couple fake falls before it really starts. And then we get 1 week where you're like, isn't it October?
Yeah.
And it's 90. And you're like, wait, how did this happen? Out of nowhere. So yeah, trying to figure out when to put down grass seed and stuff like that is always a trick because you never know exactly when it's going to get too hot or too cold. But tomorrow sounds like none of that. We've had some early season games. You know about that, Tyvis, where you get in the shoe and it's like, on the field, it's 85, but that field turf is like 110. Ooh. You can see the heat waves coming off. We shouldn't have that tomorrow, right?
Well, no, and I looked up last year, so we were actually 98 degrees. That was our that was a new record we set for last year's game.
That's ridiculous.
On that day. I know. So this year is going to actually feel like fall football.
So like 25 degrees cooler than last year's opener. That's
exactly.
That's
good. So it's going to feel like fall.
Where will you be for the game?
I'm actually going to be up in Cleveland. I have some moving to do, bringing some more of my stuff down here. But, I will probably have the radio on, the fan. I'll be listening to the game from up there. So otherwise, I would be here cheering with you guys in the little tent.
I'll be in Maryland, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe even cooler there.
Yeah.
He's going to be eating crab legs and crab cakes, shrimp cocktails.
Actually, I am. Yeah, that's a part of the show. We're going to have some crab cakes.
I asked this. I said, when you get to Maryland, is there a spot you go to? And he's like, I don't even look at that stuff. And I'm like, how do you not?
No, it's on the rundown.
No, but like you don't. If I fly into Maryland, like today, you're going to fly to Maryland. The first thing I'm doing is like, where am I getting dinner? Where is the spot?
That's sad.
Why is that? That's the only thing I live for is when it's dinner.
Well, you're not living then. There's so much more to life than just food.
No, it's up there. If you don't eat food, you don't have much of a life. That's what
and
it
you
say.
don't have energy because there's mornings if I don't eat by like 6 a.m., I become hangry.
Yeah, what happened the other day?
I don't even eat till lunchtime.
What?
Like yesterday was rare because he gave me that taco.
Yeah, I got you a crunch wrap from Taco Bell.
I usually don't eat till like lunchtime.
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah, yesterday you came. Was it yesterday or the day before where Meredith, you said you had lost like your energy drink that you were looking for? That yeah.
Thank God to Amazon. It was on my. I had a whole nother pack because. I know I'm that person where I'm like, I'm out of something. Ooh, it's free delivery by 5 o'clock today if I order by 2 o'clock.
Oh yeah, I know. It's turned us all.
Actually.
I always think about how the pioneers got by, where they're like, well, I got to go chop down some more trees, so we have like, I don't know, a desk, and I'm just like, the desk will be here tomorrow.
Okay, Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, right. So next week you do have, of course, NFL season kicking off. Browns and Bengals.
I know.
What are we looking at for that?
Well, I was doing some research for you guys just to make sure you have the stats. So we look at the game in Cleveland, 1 o'clock, right? So typically, average should be right around 79 degrees. I looked at the extended models, and again, you always have to take those with a grain of salt, but it is hinting we could be below normal, but average precip. So average precip is about 1/10 of an inch. So if we're going to be going below normal, but not super below normal, I would say we're probably going to be in the mid to low 70s for the game time. Maybe some brief lake effect. It's going to depend on the direction of the wind if it's coming across the lake. So that's something we're going to have to watch. But it doesn't look like it'll be the coldest. In fact, I was looking up the records. The coldest we ever had was 62 degrees. That was back in 1986. And in 96 degree was the hottest we had on that date in 1939.
Oh, okay.
Well,
so we're looking at
no records.
See, the thing is, in 4 years, we won't even have to worry about this.
Why is that? Oh,
it'll be in a dome, you know.
Control temperature, T-Bone.
Right. See, and then people like Meredith don't have a job because then we just like, well, who cares about the weather? We just set the thermostat and it's done. See, why do you want meteorologists to go out of work?
You got to know the temperature of geting there. You
Who cares if it's in your car? It's 72 in the car. It's 72 inside.
Told you that.
5 minutes I'm outside.
It could be raining. Could be storms coming.
Oh, yeah. That
affects people.
But you're not going to know, because what if your radar goes down? That's why I'll be sitting here with you guys in 4 years, hopefully, talking about the weather.
Yeah,
and then
exactly
you're covered.
Right. Do you have any thoughts for tomorrow's game, Ohio State, Texas? We predicting a Buckeye victory?
Of course. You have to. And I think they're ready. They're coming out where this is going to set the tone for the rest of the season, right? So if they don't win that first game, it's going to be kind of over their shoulders with that shadow the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's true.
A storm of touchdowns, a flurry of big plays, maybe.
I did say
I'm just trying to think of weather terms here.
I threw some shade at Texas. I said, well, you might be bringing your Texas storm, but we have our Midwest sunshine, and sunshine triumphs storm.
Oh, there
every
we go.
time.
Look at that.
There we go. I like it. There you go. All right.
Take that, SEC.
Boom.
Meredith, every Friday.
Hands down.
We're going to get that forecast. We appreciate you stopping by. Go check out Meredith Garfalo, 10 TV meteorologist. The whole team is there, 10 plus. They are doing their broadcast there as well. And, of course, all the coverage. You'll have the sports team out there covering this thing just like we're covering it on the air. They'll have it on 10 TV. So thank you, Meredith.
Thanks, guys, and go Bucks.
There you go. Go Bucks. Exactly. We'll get back. Larsa Pippen, maybe one of the weirdest people on planet Earth. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning to you. We are noticing a crash that just cleared up over on the east side by Reynoldsburg this morning. This was happening on 270 northbound, just past 70, where a left lane was blocked. Again, it just cleared up not too long ago, but do expect some delays still this morning because of the impact of that crash. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity, I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
Right now in Washington, there's a fight going on to make life more affordable and bring back American jobs. Some play politics and some want to get things done. Senator John Husted is cutting through the noise, putting Ohio first. The new tax bill delivers for working families and helps small businesses hire and grow right here in Ohio. Tell John Husted, keep fighting for Ohio families and small businesses. Paid for by Senate Opportunity Fund.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin, lease 2 Elantras for $200. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $200 a month for 24 months. Both your new Elantras come with complimentary Hyundai maintenance, with free oil changes and tire rotations for your entire lease. GLakesHyundai of Dublin.com. With approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes, fees, first month payment, and 10 miles per year. In time due.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
My name is Georgios Tsetis. I'm the co-founder of Nutrafol. My hair started thinning in my early 20s. I tried everything and nothing was really working. So we created Nutrafol. Our hair growth supplements undergo clinical trials and have helped millions of men and women get visibly thicker and stronger hair in just 3 to 6 months.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
On October 21st, 2006, Michigan State found themselves down 38-3 with less than 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, and they made that initial deficit like it never even happened, scoring 38 straight points to win 41-38.
Incomplete. The ball game is over. The Michigan State Spartans in one of the greatest comebacks in Michigan State football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. And if you're gearing up for the big game, don't forget the MVP of desserts, Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. This legendary treat just made its way to Ohio. Finally! We're talking rich devil's food cake, buttery cream bumps, and a fudge icing that is just unfair. They'd throw a flag on it if it was actually on the field. Bring one to your next tailgate, watch party, or even a team celebration, and you'll be the real hero. Available now at Kroger and Meijer, Sanders Bumpy Cake. It's game day greatness.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. And you're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Buckeyes and Texas, of course. It all kicks off tomorrow, high noon, right here on The Fan. You know that. You are aware of that. But what you may not know is we've got pregame coverage starting up early for you. Yes, so early, in fact, 6:30 in the morning. In fact, you can get up tomorrow morning and hear us doing all the pregame coverage. That's all going to be, just a ton of stuff happening there. Sponsored by your Central Ohio Ford dealers, Jameson Whiskey, Didonoga College, and Coors Light. But we also have today season kickoff party. That is happening out at the O Patio and Pub from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bishop and Friends, Rothman and Ice, Common Man and Timmy, all going to be broadcasting starting at 9 a.m. Season kickoff party. Austin and Byrne will be out there doing Chalk Talk. Tito will be there with OSU Texas tickets to give away starting at 1 p.m. Season kickoff party, that one presented by Logan Services. So busy stuff here, Tyvis. You and I are doing the boring stuff today. We're just sitting in the studio. The only one's not out there, and that's okay with us. You got to go catch a plane to go out for BTN to Maryland. I have to go eat lunch, and then after that, I'm going to be real busy.
It's very important.
Speaking of eating lunch, this guy.
Oh, Dylan?
He's out of his mind.
Dylan, you made me so proud yesterday.
Why would that make you proud? He literally had an AM crunch wrap.
It was delicious.
And then went home and made a bacon, what is it? Bacon
It was
egg?
bacon, egg and cheese and hash brown on a bagel.
Yeah. So we had AM crunch wraps here.
That's sad.
From Taco Bell yesterday morning. We had those for breakfast because we had a busy morning. We talked to Coach Tress. We had a whole thing going on, and I said, let's get some breakfast. And then I see you get home, and you said I had a second breakfast, and I thought, my guy, that's great.
And the reason why it's called second breakfast is because then I went on to have Wendy's for lunch after my nap. And then Gianna, my daughter, saw a picture of my bagel sandwich on Instagram, and she said, oh, I need to get me some of that. I had another one for dinner, Tyvis.
Yes. I love it. That's great.
That tickles you.
That's great.
That tickle
No, why
you?
not?
He's out of his mind.
He was No, he's hungry.
Yes.
That's what that is.
No,
Always hungry.
No,
wrong with
that's
being hungry?
ridiculous, man. You ate 4 times yesterday.
Yeah, 4 full-blown meals, including 2 breakfasts.
Breakfasts?
Breakfasts?
I don't know how to say
Those
that.
days I
don't
eat
know.
2 meals. You eat 4.
You eat double breakfast. What's wrong? Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
I've
up your
never
game.
heard of somebody eating double breakfast. Like, that's ridiculous.
and you know
Someday,
that's really ridiculous.
If my kid wasn't there, when my kid's there, I go to sleep. When she goes to sleep, when she's not, I stay up later. I would have probably had a 5th meal sometime around like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
there you go. That's great.
Right before bed.
I can't eat like that. I cannot eat like that.
I mean, yesterday I was sitting around. We made frozen pizzas, so we had a few of them for the family. And
Was it DiGiorno's?
I go with the thin Tombstone. I like a Tombstone because it gets crispy. I get it all caramelized and leopard spot on the top. My wife likes to eat a pizza that's almost raw. So, yeah, she gets a
I remember
DiGiorno,
you posted
and
a
it's like
picture of the
barely
two
melted
different.
cheese. Mine looks like it's been, like, nuked by a bomb.
What's the name of yours? Tombstone?
Yeah, I get a Tombstone. She gets a DiGiorno. Usually how that goes.
I gotta look up this Tombstone.
So I had mine cooked to perfection, and I went and had a couple pieces. I was watching some of the college football. I was watching that Boise State abomination where they just got destroyed by South Florida yesterday. So I'm eating that, go back up. Nobody's touched the pepperoni pizza. I grab a couple more pieces. I'm watching some more football. I see the Eddie George game starts, Bowling Green. I'm watching that. Go back up, grab another couple pieces. Suddenly I realized I ate the whole pizza myself. Just, I mean, it's a Tombstone. It's not like eating a large, like, Donato's pizza, but I didn't even think about it. Just nobody was eating the pepperoni, and I said, well, I'm going to take care of it.
When you were mentioning these games, I'm surprised you didn't talk about your dark horse college football playoff, Missouri. Missouri looked really good against Central Arkansas yesterday.
They won, what, 66-6?
Something crazy like that.
They absolutely, they did just fine. They
How'd
were
your
good.
Heisman candidate do?
He had 10 carries for 100 yards. So
That's good enough.
We're doing, we're off to a good start. He was, by the way, $10 on him, $2,500 if he wins the Heisman. That's what I'm saying. The odds are great. We're looking for a cash out right now. So that's what I'm.
Have you checked it?
No, I didn't check it this morning. I don't want to jinx anything. You know, I'm just.
They got the quarterback from that left.
They got
from
Bo
Penn
Pribula.
State?
Yeah,
Pribula.
Pribula. Whatever. Yeah,
Bo
him.
Pribula. I thought Why did I think he went to Iowa for some odd reason?
I don't know. It does sound very much like an Iowa move to get someone who hasn't really played much at another school and bring them in and make them your quarterback. But no, that's not what happened. My guy, Ahmad Hardy, had a touchdown, 10 carries, 100 yards, Heisman Trophy candidacy off to a great start. Just keep an eye on him. That's all I'll say. Larsa Pippen, I think is one of the creepiest people on the face of the earth. So we know about Scottie Pippen's former wife, Larsa Pippen. She was dating Michael Jordan's son.
Marcus
Jordan.
Yes.
So she knew Marcus Jordan as a child. Then he grew up, and she was like, let's date. She is in her 50s.
That's still wild to say out
That
loud.
is her ex-husband's former teammate's son. And he thought, all right, that's just a one-off. Maybe they just ran into each other and they hit it off. And it just so happened that they had this weird connection. But hey, whatever, love finds a way and fine. Now it's come out that she's been spotted dating Dennis Rodman's son. And at some point, when does that not become the creepiest thing that you've ever heard of? Right?
I believe that Larsa Pippen wants to stay in the media
yes.
I don't know how true she really loves or cares about these people, but it keeps her name going. It keeps her name buzzing.
Yeah.
And it's sad that that's what we are in society, that you got to do these things. That's why when you see Hollywood stuff, I don't know if it's real or fake. Is this clickbait? Is this to keep your name buzzing? What is this for? And I feel like this is that. There's no way that this lady has grown up watching these kids grow up. And that's kind of a predator type thing.
Listen,
she's been preying on these kids since they was boys.
She was spotted dating Dennis Rodman Jr., who is 29 years old, right? Okay, I mean, so she's, I think, 51 or 53. So there's definitely an age gap, but Bill Belichick has told us age is nothing but a number. Why do we even worry about that? My point on this is imagine if it was the reverse. Imagine if Scottie Pippen was dating the daughter. Like Dennis Rodman's daughter, Trinity, plays soccer for the U.S. women's national team. Imagine if Scottie Pippen was like, I'm dating Trinity Rodman. And also, I don't know if Michael Jordan had any daughters, but imagine if that had happened, right? Like that, I think people would be way more creeped out if like Scottie Pippen was dating his teammates' daughters. Don't you think? Like I'm saying that's what this Larsa Pippen thing is to me. It's very weird. It's just creepy. I don't know.
I think the age gap thing is getting more and more common, and it doesn't get any less creepy for me. I mean, especially, I don't know, maybe I'm discriminating, but I feel like especially when it comes to like women my age and a little bit younger, I think they have like some downfalls dating, and they're like, you know what? I don't need any of this crap. I'm going to go date an older man with money, and he's going to solve all my problems.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not even necessarily weirded out by the age gap because that happens. I'm saying it's the fact that she knew these kids when they were kids. Now they're grown up and she's like, hey, how's it going? Like, again, the creepiness factor. This to me is similar to if later on in life, Common Man was like a single man. And then my oldest daughter was like, yeah, you know that guy I used to work with? We're dating now. I would be like, what? Like, I can't imagine that. Like that's what this is like to me. This is so weird. But whatever. Love is love, I guess. They're out there doing their thing.
Love
Dennis Rodman Jr. and Larsa Pippen. Yikes. All right. We'll come back. There's a report out about Jim Irsay. Speaking of yikes. This thing didn't get a lot of traction yesterday because Jerry Jones made one of the weirdest trades in NFL history. But this story about Jim Irsay and what it was like prior to his death should get some more attention. So we're going to talk about it next. It's not good for the Colts organization, his family, any of that. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there. Well, the roads are still looking really challenging for your Friday commute. That's because we are still noticing really foggy conditions out there. Want to make sure everyone is taking it nice and easy on the roads this morning. Over on the west side, we're noticing less than a quarter of a mile of visibility, but on the east side, a similar situation. Traffic cams 270 at East Main Street where a crash was just cleared up. Not looking too good either. Again, want to make sure everyone is taking it nice and slow for their Friday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life. And fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Keep your summer fun going at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now through September 2nd, get 1.99 APR financing on a powerful new 25 Tundra or $3,000 customer cash. Excludes TRD Pro. Or you can lease a new well-equipped 25 Tundra SR Crew Max for just $419 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with a thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and the endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get it Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Dallas Cowboys traded four-time Pro Bowl edge rusher Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers yesterday. In exchange, the Cowboys received defensive tackle Kenny Clark and Green Bay's 2026 and 2027 first-round picks. Parsons also agreed to a 4-year, $188 million deal. That includes $136 million in guarantees, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Plenty of college football was on last night. The Ohio Bobcats almost pulled off the upset against Rutgers, but would eventually fall 34-31. Bowling Green won the first game of the Eddie George era against Lafayette, 26-27. Nebraska held off against Cincinnati, 20-17. And Luke Fickell's Wisconsin Badgers team beat Miami of Ohio, 17-0. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Get started today with your 20-pound summer slim down. The results are fast, easy, and start your very first week. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Have you already started your tailgate? Us too. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky's Sawmill Toyota.
Your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan. Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Morning Breath coming up at 8:15. We will hear from some people who should just shut up. Don't forget, the Fan is going to be everywhere that you want to be today. The O Patio and Pub starting at 9 a.m. right there on campus. That is where Bishop and Friends will be broadcasting live from. They will be out there from 9 to noon. Then it's Rothman and Ice from noon to 3. You will have Common Man and Timmy out there from 3 to 6. All the shows out there doing their thing live on campus. And then tomorrow, same thing. Live on campus starting at 6:30 for all the pregame coverage. Buckeyes in Texas starting off at noon, but the pregame coverage is at 6:30. All of it on the home of the Buckeyes right here on the Fan. Tyvis is excited for a big weekend of football. You only have to work tomorrow. You don't have to work Sunday.
Not yet. Next, this is it. This is the last Sunday that Tyvis Powell will have off until the Browns are done.
Next week begins your 7-day work weeks.
Yeah. Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah, you're the one who doesn't want days off, pal. That's your idea, not mine.
I got no issue with it. I got no issue with it at all. I just, it's good to be in demand. Let's just say that. Because if it was the opposite, then that's where the problem would occur.
Well, that's true too, right? If no one's calling, that's kind of where I live. No one's calling, and it's fine. I'm just here doing my thing. Tomorrow, going to go watch football with my dad. My mom and dad, we're going to go over to their house. Because I had thought we weren't going to have YouTube TV and Fox, but they got that deal worked out.
Yes.
My parents don't have YouTube TV, so they said, come on over. And I said, yeah. And then the YouTube TV thing got done, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, we'll still be over. Yeah, we're going to do it. And I say that only because I love my parents, but the TV is smaller. That's the problem.
Are you doing like pizza and wings? And
we're going to do all that.
What about salad? Is there like
they'll have a salad.
Vegetable, vegetable tray?
Maybe. My mom is big on a salad. She will have a salad there. She will offer. I will decline. That's what will happen. But it will be out there for just in case I want it. Don't worry.
Oh, my goodness.
So
I don't even want to ask Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan, what are you doing for the game?
You got a vegetable tray?
I don't even know yet.
Oh, wow. I'm going to kind of freewheel and find out. Maybe you got to plan that, because if you're going to go out somewhere, it's going to fill up quick. All the bars and restaurants are going to be full, buddy.
I'm not opposed to watching the game by myself at home. I'm not opposed to it.
Just locked in with your bets.
Yes.
Are you a yeller at the TV?
No, not at all.
Do you yell at the TV?
Yes, all the time.
See, I watch it when I was in it. Like I was like very passionate about it. Now I'm very calm.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very calm.
You don't ever see if a guy just completely blows an assignment or something. You don't go, oh my gosh, you don't do that.
No, because I'm too busy trying to figure out like what happened, and then I can see what happened. And I'll be like, okay. But the only time that I get excited is when somebody drops a pick six. That's the one that gets me, and I'll be like falling out the chair like, I feel like somebody just shot me.
Is it because you have flashbacks for personal experience?
I definitely, my last year, boy, I dropped some picks, but it was a shame. It was a shame. I can think of 3 off the top of my head. We played Northern Illinois. The ball tipped off. I think they tried to throw like a screen, and I think either Joey or one of the linemen like tipped it. And I went to go catch it. It bounced off my cast, and the dude caught it. I think it was Kenny Galladay, actually. Caught the ball, so I gave up a reception on a pick that I should have had. The next one, we was playing Indiana at Indiana. They were on the goal line. This man Vaughn funneled his guy straight to me. Quarterback never seen me. Threw it straight to me, hit me right in the chest. I'm talking boom, and hit the ground. And I just fell on the ground like, oh, man, like I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to get up. And then the last one, we played Minnesota. We called this blitz, and I knew the dude threw it hot. The blitz got home, he just threw it. And I seen it, the tight end I was checking didn't even turn around. He was still running his route. And I'm looking at the ball, and I'm like this. It hit me right in the hands. Boom. Dropped it. And I just walked to the huddle.
None of that matters because you have the greatest interception in Ohio State history, and I'm not going to let you tell me that it's not.
It makes me upset because I look at like my interception numbers and realize like I should have like 3 or 4 more.
I remember all these because I'm pretty sure I tweeted about all of them at the time. I'm going to have to go back and find
all the
things.
It was a shame.
Not only does Tyvis take bad angles, but also has stone hands. I'm pretty sure that's the tweet that T-Bone said.
I catch the ones that matter in the most.
That's exactly right. That's right. So I saw this about former Colts owner Jim Irsay, passed away earlier this year. Apparently, this is from the Washington Post. They did a big, journalistic expose on this. He relapsed. Apparently, he had been open about the fact that he had drug addiction issues, but they are saying that in the final years of his life, he was under the care of a doctor who had apparently been, according to this article, prescribing him quite a bit of high-level drugs. So this is an addiction specialist named Harry Harutunian who treated Jim Irsay in the final years of his life. They spoke with multiple individuals for this article that say that Harutunian supplied Irsay with opioid pills and ketamine in the months before his death. They said that he prescribed more than 200 opioid pills just days before 2 alleged overdoses in December of 2023. They also said that allegedly Jim Irsay was taking 10 to 14 doses of ketamine every single day.
That's a lot.
Now, this is all in the report. This is their reporting on this. For what it's worth, Matthew Perry, the Friends actor who, sadly passed away, similarly believed to be of an overdose situation, he was taking 6 to 8 doses of ketamine a day, if you believe the reports about him. So this would be a significant amount of ketamine that Jim Irsay was taking under the care of a doctor, it sounds like. But yeah, this is just a different story than what we heard, where it was like he had, cardiac arrest. He passed away. The family didn't speak about it. The family did comment on this and said, we appreciate that he's a public figure, but we'd really like to just be left alone, and we'd like this to stay a private matter. We really don't have any comment on this. It's just a very interesting situation for a man who was, very beloved by Colts fans. He obviously had a lot of personal demons. I don't know. Should we be bringing this up, Tyvis? Do you think it's fair for the newspaper to go digging on stuff like this, or should they just leave it alone?
I feel like the truth, you always got to have the truth out there, and if people seek the truth, then obviously that's what it is. So many times, what the problem is that we get these public figures, and the problem is people look at them in a certain light, and it gives a false narrative, because it makes them seem like they're more human, like they're more than a human, like they're superheroes. And when you hear reports like this, it says, okay, this guy's a regular guy. He struggles. He fights demons just like everybody else. And it makes him more human.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
people, because there's people out there that probably relate, like, not saying it was this, but like they probably tried to get clean of alcohol and maybe slipped up a little bit and went back. And so like, it's stuff like this that be like, okay, it makes him more human. Like, he makes mistakes as well. So I don't have a problem with it posting it. It wouldn't be something that I just continuously broadcast. Like, you must know the truth. Like, I'm not out there with a megaphone. Like, do you know the truth?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that.
No one's saying you go to his grave and are just like, the truth about Jim Irsay's death? Like, let the man rest in peace. Don't harass his family. All that's understood. What I find odd is I saw a lot of people yesterday saying, how dare anybody report on this? Jim Irsay, just, why do we care at this point? But I have seen plenty of times where players, athletes have had personal demons that they've fought, and we don't even bat an eye at putting all of that business out there because, well, they're a public figure. They're a public figure. They get a lot of money from playing sports. A lot of people watch them and follow them. And I get why that stuff is reported on for athletes, for players, for guys who play the sport. Jim Irsay was the guy who owned a team that paid a bunch of players. If you want to talk about prominent figures in the NFL, you can make a case that Jim Irsay was one of the most prominent figures in the NFL over the last 30 years, at least as far as he was very vocal. He was an owner that I think most NFL fans knew on sight or by name. It wasn't like some of these owners where you just kind of forget who they are. So the idea that people would be interested in him, being that he was a very public figure, I just don't think you can take the public limelight, which he enjoyed. Certainly, he wanted to be out in public. He wanted to be very front-facing. I don't think you can take all that in when it's good and then be mad or have your family be mad when now that it's bad and some of that limelight shows some of the bad side of your life. That comes with it. If you want to be a private person, don't own an NFL team. Just like people would say, don't go play in the NFL if you don't want your personal details out there. Well, don't go buy an NFL team, or in his case, inherit an NFL team. That he could have easily sold it and gotten out of that and just been a private billionaire who did whatever he wanted to. He was a public figure. That's why this news is out there. So I'm not surprised by it at all.
Not at all. Like I said, it is. I mean, I don't understand the issue. Like I say, people want to know the truth. Like, there might be somebody that does a report on him one day that does a story. Like,
he was very transparent.
To know the whole truth.
Yeah. He was very transparent about his struggles with addiction, but I also think that's when you invite people into, like, look at my life, look what I've been through, people want to know the full story then. This is more of the full picture. Morning Breath is coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Friday. We are still noticing some challenges out on the roads because of just some intense fog that we're noticing, especially over in the downtown scene. Of course, a lot of people usually head downtown for an early morning commute there. So do note, we're looking at less than a quarter of a mile of visibility, again, in downtown Columbus. So looking pretty slow when it comes to your drive times, especially on 70. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
The dog days of summer are the best days to save at Coughlin Chevrolet. Lease a new 2026 Chevy Equinox, only $259 a month. New 2025 Silverado, lease for $359 a month. See our full inventory at CoughlinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Coughlin has the car for you.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
I can't wait to meet her. Oh my gosh.
Put your hands together for new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar.
There she is! Woohoo! Yeah! It's full Dr. Pepper!
With sweet blackberry flavor!
Dr. Pepper Blackberry, I'm obsessed with your succulent taste. Please marry me!
No! Marry me! Marry me, or I'm gonna freak out!
Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Now through Monday, save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Limit 10. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
Cash for Clunkers continues during the Honda Summer Event at Lindsay Honda.
Listen up, Columbus. Cash for Clunkers is big money towards your next ride.
Up to $3,500 minimum for your trade.
Use it for the down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash.
Lease a new 2025 HR-V two-wheel drive LX or 2026 Civic four-door LX for just $299 a month. Zero cash down. Just bring us your clunker. Shop Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store now. For details, visit lindsayhonda.com. After an audit of our programming, the suits here at The Fan decided we needed more baseball. And that common man is stupid. Good news, we fixed one of those problems. Catch the Reds on The Fan all season long. Yay, baseball.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating. You're overwhelmed. You might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday, everyone. Lots of chances for patchy fog this morning. Otherwise, expect skies to be partly cloudy and wake up temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. We will see plenty of sun this afternoon mixed in with some clouds, so don't forget the sunglasses. Daytime highs topping out in the mid-70s, and then for tonight, for Friday Night Football, temperatures down into the low 50s and even some upper 40s with partly cloudy skies. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Sometimes it's better if people just shut up. Shut up! It's time for Morning Breath.
All right. Jerry Jones yesterday traded away Micah Parsons. One of the most shocking, I think, trades in NFL history. Here's Jerry Jones justifying the move a little bit. This is him giving a press conference after the deal was announced that he traded for 2 first-round picks and a guy who I'm blanking on, defensive tackle they got from the Packers.
Kenny Clark.
There you go. Pro Bowler. Good player. Here's what Jerry Jones said.
There was no question in our mind that Michael could bring us a lot of resources on a trade. And I'm just going to give you this. Not only do we immediately get a player, but those draft picks could get us, I'm talking top Pro Bowl type players, could. Not necessarily, you're going to be quick to say, you won't necessarily get those players. You got to draft them or acquire them.
I love how he's breaking this news to us. Like, did you know that top players could come if you draft well in the first round? Yeah, Jerry, we're aware of that. Guys like Micah Parsons, not Michael. Micah Parsons come to mind there as
That's
guys
crazy.
that you could get.
You don't know this man's name.
Well, Stephen Jones, his son, had a couple times say Micah, when he was. I mean,
he reminds me. Jerry Jones reminds me of Dick and Dayton. You know why? Because he can't get my name correct to save his life.
What does he call you?
Titus.
Titus.
Hi,
Yes.
Jeff. Hi, Titus.
Yeah, Mark Titus. That's who you are.
And
Mark Tyvis.
Jeff Phelps is like Stephen Jones. He's Tyvis. Tyvis.
That's good. Here's more Jerry Jones fumbling over himself, talking about how great it was that he traded away Micah Parsons.
The other thing that I want to say is we not only gives us 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years, we not only do that, nothing says we can't use some of those picks right now to go get somebody right now. Don't rule that out.
Yeah, Tyvis, don't rule out the fact that he could trade for a stud player now 6 days before the NFL season starts.
He's going to trade for Myles Garrett.
Sure. I just want to point out, when you say not only, but also, when you use that framework, like if I was talking about this weekend, I would say not only do we have Ohio State football, but a lot of us have a 3-day weekend, maybe a 4-day weekend, because it's Labor Day weekend. You're saying 2 separate but equal benefits that are great for what's happening. When he says, not only could we draft all these guys, we have 4 first-round picks, but we could also use them to turn them into a player. It's like, well, then you don't have both of those. You have one or the other, not both of them. So even that is just, he's stupid. He's running an NFL team, and he's an idiot.
They got to take his mic, man. Like, they got to stop this. Like,
I just don't understand how the family doesn't come in and say, hey, Peepaw, we're going to let Steven run things
Dallas.
down. You're going to go over here. You're going to eat tapioca pudding and watch from the box and have fun.
I'm starting to feel bad for the city of Dallas. Like, they trading away all their heroes.
No, it's, between him and Nico Harrison, the GM of the Mavs, it's the Dallas Idiots Club instead of the Dallas Buyers Club.
Yesterday during that press conference, he got asked a question and then proceeded to respond to it for 11 and a half minutes.
Are you serious?
No lies.
Wow.
That is, he just wants to hear himself talk.
No, and he's reached that stage in life where he's so out of touch that he thinks he's breaking news to people when he says things like, if we have first round picks, I tell you, we go out and draft us a Pro Bowl caliber player. And it's like, yeah, you had one in Michael Parsons, a.k.a. Micah Parsons, that you traded away just now. People are mad. It's like this guy runs the Reds. where it's like, hey, we could have, or, like a small market ball club where it's like, yeah, we could go draft these guys. And then when it comes to time to sign them, it's like, yeah, but did you see who we could get in a trade? We could get a bunch of first round picks and a bunch of prospects. And it's like, yes. And if any of them are good, will you sign them when they get to a point where they want the big money? How are the Dallas Cowboys run this way? I get it. It's the NFL. There's a salary cap. It's a totally different thing than small market baseball clubs. It doesn't make sense.
He probably looks at it as we've been paying these guys and it ain't been working, so they want to try something different this time.
Also, I feel bad.
I don't know how I feel about that, but,
Yeah, well, that, you know what it is? It all comes back to this. Jerry Jones can say whatever he wants. I believe fully. He's even said, there's no animosity here. I just had to make a deal that was right for the Cowboys. No, you're mad that Micah Parsons and you shook on a deal, and then Micah Parsons went to his agent and said, hey, I already worked it out. You don't need to call Jerry Jones. We already got a deal done. And then David Mulligetta, his agent, said, hold on, what's this deal? No. That's well below market value. We're going to actually work this out for you. And then Jerry Jones didn't like that. That's why he's trading him.
After this trade, if you want to go on Prime Sports Ohio and bet on the Packers to win the Super Bowl, because right now I see on ESPN on Get Up, it's Super Bowl or bust for the Packers. If that's the case, they are plus 1250 right now. So that's a decent coin.
That is, I guess you could if they end up making it happen. By the way, I feel bad. I hope Michael Irvin didn't put any money down on this, because literally an hour before this trade happened, they were asking, because it had been the news yesterday, was the Cowboys are listening to offers and are open to a trade. And then we even talked about it yesterday. It's like, yeah, there's no way they're actually doing this, though. Michael Irvin was on with ESPN an hour before this trade happened, and they said, what do you think's going to happen? Here was his answer.
Micah Parsons not going anywhere. Jerry's not that crazy. This is all what we call just negotiation stuff.
Well, I mean, I can't fault the guy for saying it. I just feel bad that he was on national TV an hour before it happened.
No, what I fault him saying is Jerry Jones is not that crazy.
No,
yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Absolutely right.
I can't believe he actually did this.
I know, it's still shocking.
Like, it's really when that popped up, you know how, because in today's, now that Twitter got rid of the verified things, and anybody, like, it's when you see tweets, like, you got to be careful. You got to be like, I'm going to wait till I see somebody else report it to actually respond. And when I seen the multiple people start responding or putting the tweet out, I'm just like, he's really, like, we give so many times we believe that these people that work in the front office for these NFL teams is like the smartest people.
Yeah.
They really not.
No.
They really not.
But you know what? But most of the people who are in the front offices of NFL teams and who are running these teams as a GM would, most of them at some point did something in their careers that got the attention of another front office executive who said, hey, that guy's really smart. That gal's really smart. Let's get them to be a part of our organization. And then over time, they work their way up through being like a player personnel person, a scouting director. And then eventually it's like, hey, now they run the team. Jerry Jones bought the team and then essentially said, I want the credit for when we win Super Bowls, fired Jimmy Johnson, who built all his Super Bowl teams, basically, and then hasn't done anything since. So he's done nothing to justify being the GM of the team. He's just bought the team and made himself the GM. So that's why this is so, when you look at it and go, this doesn't make sense. Yes, because it's a man who's lost touch with the NFL, doesn't know how the game works, and yeah, if you want to give him credit for getting 2 first-round picks here, Jamal Adams, when he got traded from the Jets, they got more for him than Jerry Jones got out of this deal. So I can't stand by this being a good trade.
Yeah, the 2 trades that are like being compared to that is the Jamal Adams and then the Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
That really didn't work out. I mean, it worked out year 1, but then after that, I mean, at least when it comes to team success, and Khalil Mack was injured during certain points of his Chicago career. But I know that there's a family in East Texas somewhere that has, family of 4, 2 boys. Said, Mom, you know what I want for Christmas? One of them was like, Micah Parsons jersey. Yeah. And the other one said, Luka Doncic jersey. And the dad was like, yeah, those are good picks. I mean, 25, 26-year-olds, they're not going anywhere.
Cornerstones of your franchise.
Right.
And then within a year, both those jerseys are just, they're completely, you need to turn them back into Fanatics and get that draft. What do they have, that jersey guarantee thing? Yeah, that's so unbelievable. There's a picture. Have you seen, I saw Mike Greenberg tweeted out, among other people, that was of Luka Doncic holding Micah Parsons' jersey and Micah Parsons holding Luka Doncic's jersey, and they're both, of course, wearing Dallas team gear. And it's like, hey, here you go, the two franchise studs of these two big-time Dallas teams. They get to meet up. They're roughly the same age. And, you know, I'm always shocked by it, the size. Luka Doncic is like bigger than Micah Parsons.
I wish I would.
Which is crazy to me.
Did they ask Panama Ted what he felt about this?
I haven't. You know what?
Or I got to go check on Bodie.
You know, here's what you can. Well, Bodie's here. You can go ask him. But also, if you missed Common Man and Timmy yesterday, go check out their podcast. It's there for you. 3 hours every day. Go find it wherever you get podcasts. While you're adding that one, go ahead and add T-Bone and Tyvis as well, and you can get all that. You can hear our interview that we did with Jim Tressel yesterday. Speaking of the Buckeyes, we'll talk about it. Official predictions coming up next. Ohio State and Texas. What do we think's happening? We'll tell you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and happy Friday. Well, when it comes to the Metro, we are noticing a couple of spots looking pretty packed out there, especially over in New Albany, 161 and that 62 intersection looking pretty busy out there. But still, our main concern is some intense fog out there. So really looking at 71 northbound, pretty slow, 63 miles per hour as we're heading into the city. Same situation on 70 eastbound. If you're approaching that area, 59 miles per hour by that ongoing construction site near West Jefferson. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
GNC knows that you're not always feeling it at the gym, but don't get down, get lit, and get more out of every workout. Beyond Raw Lit is a clinically dosed pre-workout that flips the switch and gives you more energy, focus, intensity, and pumps. The perfect combo for a killer workout. Plus, it's got incredible flavors and thousands of 5-star reviews, so you know it's good. Pick it up at GNC stores or go to GNC.com.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Holding. Defense.
The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
This time of the year is all about fun. Hitting the gym, firing up the grill, spending days in the sun, and getting ready for football season. But if you're dragging through it, tired, foggy, or off your game, low testosterone could be the reason. How do you know that you have low T? Well, it starts when you're in the early to mid 30s. Guys start losing 2 to 3% of their testosterone production every year. It happens gradually, and before you know it, you just don't feel like the same person you was in your 20s and 30s. What could you be feeling is decrease in libidos, putting on some weight, less productive at the gym, sad, depressed, or have poor sleeping through the night. If you're feeling these symptoms, then you need to go to tristatemenshealth.com and take their low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz with yes or no questions, with yes or no answers, and it takes 2 minutes. Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health. They will do your lab work with you and have your results within 30 minutes. A licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options, and you will make the decision together with their medical team. The cost of this appointment is $99. If you sign up for testosterone treatments the day of your appointment, the visit is free. We have 6 locations right here in Ohio, but there's 2 in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other one is in Westerville. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
All right, tomorrow, high noon, we know what the score is, right? It's Ohio State and Texas. This is not for the national championship. This does not necessarily even determine if you make the college football playoffs. It's game 1. But somehow it feels even bigger than like a game 1, right? Because it feels like the attention on this game, all the hype for it, The SEC, Big Ten rivalry is also kind of an undercurrent to this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
I want this game so bad. Like, I try to tell myself in the summer, like, you know what? As long as the Buckeyes play competitive, it's not going to change anything. They just need to go out and take care of business the rest of the season. Whatever happens in this game, they're not going to get penalized for it. Unless they get blown out. If they lose this game by a touchdown, college football selection committee isn't going to dock them a ton, come November, as long as they take care of the rest of their business.
That's for any team.
Right.
But I'm with you. I think that due to the fact that it's the SEC, this is this year's team. Like, I just think the narrative is, like, it was so much of so many people last year. Like, it wasn't like, obviously y'all got Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs, but like, y'all lost the D-line, y'all lost Emeka, y'all lost Will Howard. Like, it's all those guys are gone, so you guys don't have a chance like you used to. Like, I want that to be put to bed. Like, I want these guys to come out there and be like, yeah, we was there last year, but and maybe we weren't the main guys that were the reason why we won it, but we do so well in recruiting here and developing here that they just reload it. Like, and I want that to show tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm like I said, all that logic is now gone out the window, and I'm just fully in, like, for the love of God, beat Texas, horns down. I don't want to hear about how great Arch Manning is for the next 3 months. I want to hear like he's got room to improve.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear, I'm sure he'll have a good game tomorrow. I just want to hear that the Buckeyes were able to get the job done. That's what I want to see at the end of tomorrow. But let's talk about some of the matchups that are going to matter in this game. For me, offensive line for Texas, right? Everyone talks about how much Ohio State lost on the defensive line, and you don't have JTT, you don't have Jack Sawyer, but you know what? They lost a bunch on their offensive line. So it isn't as if those two position groups, when they face off against each other, it's not like Texas has the greatest offensive line they've ever had, and Ohio State is dealing with a bunch of guys who've never played football. Mm-hmm. You have two groups that have a lot to prove and have been waiting for their turn. Now some of these guys that they've recruited are both going to go head-to-head, and I feel like Ohio State stacks up pretty well in that matchup.
Well, the one that I'm looking at is I'm looking at the wide receivers versus their secondary. Obviously, they lost two really good players out of their secondary to the NFL, and I want to see if Texas is able to replace those guys. You got some guys coming in there that haven't played a lot of ball since they got to Texas. They might have played a little bit, but it hasn't been like the starting guy. So I think that's something that they need to take advantage of. And then the Jeremiah Smith thing, coming into this game, they're going to have a plan for Jeremiah Smith. So Is this Brandon Ennis stepping up? Is it Carnell Tate stepping up?
Yeah.
Like Max Clare? Like, who is that other guy? Because last year it was Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate had like 90 yards or something like that. He had like 9 catches or something. And that obviously helped the Buckeyes go on to win that game. Who is going to be that guy? Which DB do they deem is the weak link that they can take advantage of? Because that Ohio State wide receivers is like, we win more times than not, So I want to see those guys. I know that it might not be JJ, even though I think JJ will still get some opportunities. I think they will do a better job of finding a way to get him the ball. But will those other guys consistently win their routes? And I like the chances of it.
Well, and then you've got Max Clare there as well, talking about a pass catcher that, that's another weapon they have to contend with. And I feel like he could have a big game. I know everybody always says, throw to the tight end, but yeah, I mean, that may be a big part of this game plan for Ohio State, which brings us to Brian Hartline. We talk a lot about how Julian Sayin doesn't have a lot of experience playing as a starting quarterback. He's got all the talent in the world. Brian Hartline now gets another crack at being the offensive coordinator, and this time it sounds like Ryan Day is kind of going to be a little more let him handle the offense. He'll be up in the booth calling the plays. He's going to be the one mostly in Julian Sayin's ear.
Yeah.
They have already said that, like Ryan Day said, yeah, I'm going to let him, quarterbacks coach, they're going to talk with Julian Sayin mostly. I'll talk to Julian Sayin when he comes back to the sideline, but during the game, they're going to be the ones kind of giving him everything that he needs. So that's going to be a very interesting part of this, too, where Brian Hartline, one of his first tests, is going up against a really good Texas defense.
Which side of the ball are you more confident in?
Because of the fact that I would say, you tell me if I'm wrong, is the safety, being a great safety, having a veteran safety, does that kind of feel a little bit like having a veteran quarterback on defense? Does that make you comfortable if you have a guy like that? Because for me, Caleb Downs is the blanket that makes me feel a little bit better about this defense. Yeah. I feel having him on that defense gives me a little bit more assurity because of all the football he's played and how great he is as a player. I think he's going to cover up a lot of things that might, if something's not right, he'll fix it quicker than maybe on offense. If there's an issue, it might take a little bit for that to get fixed. So,
well, I mean, it's when you're coming into a season, it always takes the offense a couple of weeks to get their chemistry, because unlike the NFL, they don't have preseason games. They just go up against each other all the time. And when you go up against different players, obviously people got different techniques, people move better and all those things. So you have to catch your feel for your teammates around you over the course of the season, to where defense is just reactionary. You just reacting to whatever the offense does, and obviously that picks up way quicker. So I think the defense would be the one that I'm a little more confident in. However, I cannot deny the fact that the offense have more playmakers. Like that,
so many weapons, right?
That offensive line thing really holds weight to me, because it's a group that play. It's not like you're getting guys that's never played. Like, they played in the most important part of the season last year. So, and they went up against those guys before. So it's like, to me, I'm very confident that those guys will be able to get those things done. It's just about Julian settling in. And like I said, it's been some quarterbacks that we've had that's had some big games. Obviously, none of them has to have played Texas to start their season off, but I think that he will light it up, man. I really, because that arm talent, that quick release, that accuracy that he has, I've noticed it last year when he was here in the spring. I was like, everybody was talking about him. So he got a shot to really be something special.
That's the part I think about with this Will Howard thing, where it's like, oh, they lost Will Howard. He played a ton of football. He did, and he was a great quarterback. He won a national championship. There's no denying the leadership, all that stuff. But we can all acknowledge that Julian Sayin is probably the better pure passing prospect, right?
Yeah.
Of those two guys. Mm-hmm. So if he can develop that leadership over the next year or two, and if he can become that guy, the maturity level is where he's going to lack. But from a pure arm talent standpoint, he lacks for nothing. So, if he can put that together early, it's just going to depend on how far along in his development he is. And that's something that Ryan Day has been pretty good about, is developing quarterbacks. So I like to believe that if he can be further along in that development, the arm talent's there to make all the throws.
So what's your official score? Hold on, wait. Before you do that, I want you to know that Prime Sports has the Buckeyes favored by 1 point, which if you put some money on that, that's -109. If you take them on the money line, -114.
All right.
The over-under is set at 47.5.
I'm confident in this Buckeye offense to be able to move the football. I am confident that this defense will neutralize a lot of what Texas does, but I know Texas is going to get their points. I'm going to say the Buckeyes win this game 27-17. I'm not sweating it out to be a one-score game. Now, I don't think that means it's a bad game or anything. I think it's going to be a great game, and it may come down to the fourth quarter, someone making a play. But, I think the Buckeyes win by double digits.
I'm going to go 21-17.
All right.
21-17.
We got them both scoring 17.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, because it's when you look at the history of their games, that's pretty much the score is somewhere in the 20s, 22-24, 24-21, like that. So I'm gonna keep that same thing going and say it's 21-17.
Dylan, you are a huge Arch Manning
Buckeyes,
fan.
Of course, in favor of the Buckeyes.
Of course, in favor of the Buckeyes. But you have also mentioned that you think this is going to be, a good outing by Ohio State. Where do you stand on all this?
I think it's going to be a lot of field goals. 24-23 Ohio State. I think Julian Sand drives down the field at the end of the game. He hears football and tall trees, The autumn never fails. Summer lovin'. Ohio.
He gets motivated by camp.
He gets pumped up. He says, Ohio does treat me well.
Yeah.
And then he drives the team down the field, and they win the game.
So the fans are going to be into the song, is what you're predicting.
After that, they will be.
He's going to hear this, and he's going to say, let's go. Yeah. Who's camp? I don't care about camp. I'm here to make some throws.
I am so eager to hear the response to this camp.
Yeah, I can't wait. What I know is camp is done. The real season is here. I mean football camp. It's all over. We're here for real games now. We'll come back. We'll talk about a little crosstalk here as we get into our Friday. And We will also hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you are heading downtown for your Friday commute, do note that we're looking a little bit better when it comes to the fog. About 30 minutes ago, we were noticing about half a mile of visibility. Now we're down to 1 mile. But again, 70 and 71, that split, looking pretty gloomy this morning. Want to make sure you are safe as you head out the door. But hey, if you are heading out the door, at least your drive times are looking good. Northbound 71 north between 670 to 270 will only take you 8 minutes. A little bit slower on 315 northbound, though, between 670 to 270, clocking you in at 10 minutes there. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours. You think you know the odds? Picture this. You're at the gas station grabbing 4 delicious taquitos when you see an Ohio Lottery ticket with 1 in 4 odds. You think, if I buy 4 in a row, 1's a definite win. Sorry, friend, but you'd be wrong. 1 in 4 odds means across the millions of tickets printed, 1 in every 4 is a winner, but not every 4th ticket since they're randomly distributed across the state. But 4 taquitos? That's a guaranteed win, 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 win. Learn more about common lottery myths at ohiolottery.com/knowtheodds. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
The dog days are the best days to save at Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% financing on any new Kia EV, Sportage, or Sorrento, or 1.9% on a new 25 Seltos or K5. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
Coughlin has the car for you.
Based on January to December 2024 retail sales at all 4 locations. 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 for 1,000 finance. 1.9% for 48 months equals $21.65 for 1,000 finance. All manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Dealer financing required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto savings for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life. Your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Well, I've been waiting for it. It's the Football Friday before OSU, Texas. Now joining us live on campus, Bo Bishop and Friends. You guys are on site. You're there.
Oh, baby.
How's the atmosphere this early? I know it's early on a Friday, but I'm saying, like, are we starting to see some people roll in here?
You want the real truth, or do you want me to sell it?
The real truth is you're bringing the crowd along with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8:45 on a Friday. I mean, there's an energy, there's a juice to the arena, to the area, but I don't know that we're all the way ready to go yet. But I think we will be as we get going here in a few minutes, boys.
Yeah, I figure this is a great – Tyvis loves this, a 4-day weekend. Where you have you take this Friday and you get just Monday's already given.
Who does that?
I do in normal days, but
lots of people do.
Most normal humans do this.
Bo, as we get to the game tomorrow, what is the only thing on your mind that concerns you about the Buckeyes?
Look, it's the easy one because it's the right one. We have never had anybody make their first start in a game like this at quarterback. Never. And it's 9 throws, guys. It's 9 throws. The kid on the other team is 3 years on campus. He started 2 games. And you can try to minimize Louisiana and Mississippi State, and that's fine. That's fine. Wasn't hostile environment, wasn't any of those things. But he threw for 1,000 yards last year. He was injected into playoff games. He was thrown into the second quarter of the Georgia game. I mean, that's a decided advantage. I don't know. I can't wait to see what Julian does. I believe in him. I follow Ryan Day's actions, right? They could have added somebody in the portal. They didn't. They didn't add anybody in the portal because they believed in him. They weren't even sniffing around the portal. They believed in the room, and they believed in him ultimately. So you have a ton of faith in that. But we don't have a point of reference on this. I mean, this isn't Minnesota on a Thursday for CJ. This isn't directional Michigan or some Ohio MAC team. This is the number 1 team in the country coming into your place, and I don't know how he's going to respond to that, and I don't know that they do. How could they?
No,
I don't have a point of reference.
I think both. That's an interesting side point to this. Not a side point, a main focal point of this thing is how do both quarterbacks react to a situation like this? As much as, yes, Arch Manning has some experience. He has been there, done that. He probably hasn't experienced something quite like running out to the shoe and hearing all that, especially this is a fan base that just has now watched their team go out and win a national championship. Confidence should be high. I don't think I saw Ryan was asking, like, we need you out there. We need you early. I don't think that's going to be a problem. People don't like the fact that it's not a 7:30 kick, but if you told them this game is at 3 a.m., you will have people ready to go whatever time of day this game's played. I don't think atmosphere is not going to be a problem tomorrow, right?
No.
So that's a factor for him, I think, coming in here for Arch Manning.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll be like the Texas game, or I'm sorry, like the Michigan game, those type of games, or all of that type of juice to it. I think all of those things are real, and it will be loud. It's louder at night. I mean, that's you can't argue that. No. It's louder at night. It just is. But it'll be loud. The environment will be unbelievable. It'll be electric. I'm curious if all of the things Ross did to try to give it a little bit of juice, if those things hit or not. I would have liked to warm up for those things, guys, rather than just have it be against Texas right away. Like, does everybody know the words to the song?
Oh,
has anybody been studying?
How do you think that's going to go? Because I want to hear it.
I'm skeptical, Bo, of this
really
camp
easy
song.
When you're Alabama and you play Dixieland Delight because everybody knows the words.
Right.
It's really easy if you do Calling on Baton Rouge at LSU. Everybody knows the words. Or Don't Back Down by Tom Petty with Florida, or Eastbound and Down at Florida State. Like, everybody knows the words to that. I didn't know this song. And I know I'm old, but I assume I'm not the only one. So I don't know if people have done their homework the last couple of weeks. I hope so. So I'm curious how all of those things hit. And you're right, Brother Bone. Like, he's never played in anything like this. But I also think the notion that these two are walking in on the same footing is farcical, because an extra year on campus and 2 starts and 1,000 yards passing, you'd rather be the team with that guy, even though at the end you might rather be the team with Sayin, because I think he's going to be really special by the time you get to the end of it. But I'm very curious how they manage him tomorrow.
You don't think that Arch is overhyped? You think he is what they say he is?
So, I've had a bunch of Texas folks on this week, and the one question I ask all of them is Arch good? Right?
Yeah.
And the answer to it is
no, he sucks, right?
Yeah. The answer I get is no, he's good. We don't know if he's great.
Yeah.
They don't know yet. The measurables are there. The one that resonated with me last week was when Dane Brugler had him as the number one quarterback in all of college football, because Dane doesn't buy into last names. He's just looking at tape. And if the little tape that he has on Arch tells him that went a long way with me. But yeah, dude, this would be like if Bronny James went to Duke and sat for 2 years and then played his redshirt sophomore year and was the best player in the country and the favorite to win the National Player of the Year, and Duke was number one overall. I mean, that's what this is.
Oh, yeah.
There's no point of reference for this. I mean, this is the first family of football in America. So I have no idea how he's going to respond to all of this or how good he'll be. He certainly looked good when I saw him play last year, but it was minimally.
Yeah, but the point is right that, I mean, it's not like pressure's new to him. He's literally grown up in
his whole life.
Yeah, he's grown up in a pressure cooker. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Well, what else do you guys have coming up today?
Setting the tone, boys. I mean, it's crazy. We'll get our picks on the Big Ten. We get our picks on the SEC. Tim and Doug, as is customary on a Football Friday. I'm assuming we're going to hear the bells in about 8 minutes, and away we go. It's a Football Friday here on the Fan. There's no place better in the country to do it. No place I'd rather do it than here. So can't wait to do 3 fun hours here out at the O on Lane.
There you go. The O Pub and Patio, they will be out there all the shows, all the way, 9 to 6 p.m. Get out there, say hi, and be a part of it. Bo, we appreciate it. Bishop and Friends coming up next, but right now it's time to hit the buzzer.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
All right, so I saw that Lee Corso, we know tomorrow is the last time with the headgear, the last time he will be on College Game Day. Big tributes already are, pouring in from all over. ESPN has done a special on this. I saw, though, Lee got on a flight yesterday from Orlando. Apparently he lives around that area, flies out of Orlando. The gate attendants know him there because he flies out so often during football season. But he was on his way to Columbus, and they gave him a nice tribute, even in the airport. The guy who worked at the gate said, I've known Lee for a few years now. He's a great guy. He presented him with a photo. The whole terminal was just, clapping and cheering for Lee Corso, and it's a very touching moment, Tyvis. I presume it's a lot like when you fly out for Big Ten Network. You just get that same treatment, right? Where they just, Tyvis Palace here at Port Columbus.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's the band is there playing and Hang On Sloopy and all that.
That's right. And Camp, they're playing that too. But the thing that then the internet, of course, had to go and kind of ruin the moment by saying, and it's right, why is Lee Corso flying out for the last time ever for this thing? Why is he flying commercial on Southwest?
See how they do you? See how they do you?
Send the private jet. They used to have the net jets thing. I don't know if they still do. Wheels up or whatever, right?
Probably first class.
That's okay. That's better. I hope. You imagine if you're sitting in row like 26
I'm sitting in the back. My seat today is in the back.
They're not getting you first class? Come on. We're going to change that.
I'm not a first class type of guy.
No, you are. You're first class in my book, buddy.
Next to the bathroom.
All right. It is Bishop and Friends live on campus coming up next. Have a great Football Friday. We will recap everything back here on Monday. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Steamboat and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still no crashes to report for your Friday commute, and that's really good considering the foggy conditions that we're noticing out on the roads this morning. But we are noticing some slowdowns, especially for folks in Powell and Worthington right now. Thankfully, 270 eastbound, 270 westbound, that's looking pretty average. Even 315 southbound looking pretty good. No major accidents to talk about over there. The main concern, of course, a lot more people on the road on 23 northbound heading up there towards Mount Air, looking at 32 miles per hour in your neck of the woods. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Make it a great day. Enjoy your weekend.
It's the Ford Labor Day lease event at Valley. All brand new 2025s. Mustang, EcoBoost, and Mach-E. Escape Active, Bronco Sport. Your pick, just $399 a month. F-150 STX, Explorer Active, Bronco Big Bend, and Mustang GT. Now, only $499 a month. Every Valley lease is for 36 months with zero down and a 2-year premium maintenance plan included. Hurry, these deals end Monday at Valley Ford of Columbus in Hilliard. Open Labor Day 11 till 4.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Earn 2% cash back on purchases and pay 0% APR on balance transfers for 15 months with a new Kemba Financial Credit Union Visa. That's more rewards and less interest. Apply at Kemba.org. For purchases and balance transfers made in the first 90 days, restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Variable and subject to change. Equal opportunity lender expires 10/31/25.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My AC stopped working. Your competition says it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion. Replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu, fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks. Contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
So we bought an actual shopping mall and put one of the largest Honda dealerships in the world inside of it. Hi, it's Steve Lindsay with Lindsay Honda. So it's big. We house about 150 to 200 cars indoors, lit, all unlocked, ready for you to be able to view and see. A fully tempered climate. Doesn't matter if it's raining outside, 10 below zero, super hot. There's real trees inside, and it's just a casual environment. And if you haven't seen it, it's really a cool story, not about its opulence. It's just a cool story to see what was a dilapidated old mall being reinvigorated into a pillar in the community that everybody benefits from.
This month at Lindsay Honda, our famous Cash for Clunkers continues during our Honda Summer event. Get up to $3,500 minimum for your trade and use it for a down payment, negative equity, or keep the cash. Only at Lindsay Honda, the big Honda store.
Buckeye fans, it's here. Behind the O, the free app with exclusive athlete-driven Ohio State content. Every click helps NAL for your favorite Buckeyes at no cost to you. Download Behind the O today and get closer to the Buckeyes than ever before.
Free to you, NAL for them. Behind the O. Download now.
You've probably heard of speed dating, but what if there was something similar for hiring, especially if you're running a growing business? There is Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You can post your job today and talk to interested qualified candidates tomorrow. Simply select a time, and Zip Intro finds and schedules qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you'd like to connect with and meet and greet people through back-to-back video calls starting as soon as the next day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people,